Good afternoon, folks, and we welcome you here for this beautiful Wednesday night. As we know, we were supposed to be off this week for Bluegrass. Most of you joining us here are aware of the situation at hand following the storms in Kentucky. One of our drivers, Alex Healy, actually his neighbor, he lost his home and a lot of their possessions, almost basically everything. And tonight, Bluegrass has decided that we are going to take what we can and do what we can do and try to make something out of it and give back to that family. And we welcome you tonight. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. As we welcome you here tonight to the Alford family. It's 250, excuse me. I couldn't remember if we were going by miles or lap numbers, but we want to say a big welcome, though, to everybody here that is on the Bluegrass platform. And just want to say a big, big thank you to all of our supporters here tonight. This is going to be a very, very special night. If you are cleaning your glasses, rubbing your eyes, you might be seeing some fender numbers right now, and you might be seeing some slick paint schemes. Yes, those are the next generation NASCARs out there on the racetrack, and we are going to be running next gen here tonight at Talladega. 94 laps. This is going to be a shootout here at one of the greatest tracks in the world, if not the greatest racing complex to ever exist here at Talladega. It's going to be a fun race. We've got a lot of Bluegrass originals, but if you see that man right there, Aaron Roth, I don't even know who that guy is, but guess what? I've got to call this man tonight. This is one of our drivers here tonight. And that just shows you we have a lot of drivers. This was open to anybody. We have some, I'm sure we have drivers' friends or, some other friends and family, maybe in the league tonight. Maybe not all, just random people that saw, the Facebook post. So we'll just say big shout out to all, not only our Bluegrass OGs here, but all the drivers that have come along to support this event here tonight. All donations, everything, 100% of driver entry fees going to the donations to the family. So the link is in chat, so if you do feel like donating to that, I want to say it's PayPal, correct? It's a PayPal link, so I want to say it is a PayPal link. Chris has the link, so when you do see that donate link, you're not obligated at all, but feel free. But it does 100% go towards the Alford family, nothing towards us. We're not taking any of that money to pocket, and we appreciate everybody who is going to be here to support. And after all that, Chris, I know you said you had something you wanted to say, so let's allow the fans to hear Chris's beautiful voice here for the first time tonight.
Hello, everybody, and Chris here. Just going to go ahead and give everybody a rundown of what's going on as we're watching the qualifying go down right now. Got a lot of drivers on the track here. A lot of drivers going to be racing here tonight. Like Josh said, a lot of the Bluegrass originals, a lot of new drivers. But tonight, we are giving money to the Alford family. It's going to help them out a lot. I am really really glad to be here and really greatly loving the fact that we are doing this. This is something that I always love doing, love giving back. But also, not only are we giving back, but we do have the Bluegrass guys have given a little bit of a prize incentive. So LNS Customs, they've given a end to win for the pole sitter. So the pole sitter of this qualifying session can take an EOL, go all the way to the back, and if he wins, he gets a $50 prize from LNS Customs. Then you also have a $25 hard charger for the LNS Customs, so the driver who qualifies and makes it the furthest through the field. And we also have a $25 quick time for the fastest qualifying time presented by Scott Fritz Designs. So he is also given $25 for the fastest driver in qualifying. So you could make $75 here if you're that end to win in quick time. So that's a little bit of money. And then also the winner for tonight will get a Buttkicker Gamer2 Unit given by Buttkicker. We do appreciate them for coming on with that.
Sure.
And also you get a wrap from Scott Fritz Design and $25 from Blanchard's Towing. So a lot of money getting thrown to the drivers who are racing here too.
Right, so all I'm hearing is there's a lot of incentive here. Race control going over a lot of their usual rules. It is going to be one of those things. We are going to be racing still here. It's not going to be going out there and just throwing it around. As you see, car number 500. Got to say, I love triple-digit race numbers. Tyler Berry, Not sure, if Tyler's raced with any of the Bluegrass guys before, but if you have not, well, welcome along board, Tyler. Nice to have you here, buddy. And it looks like right now you've got yourself set in that 19th spot. And if you're looking up on that live timing chart, you're probably seeing more names than you've seen in a while. Look at that, Chris. Is that a Tesla? That is a Tesla.
Also, real quick, want to give a
Jason Bridges whipping the Tesla. Sorry.
I want to give a quick shout out. I see Travis Trevelyan saying that his paint is not showing up. If it's not showing up, you might have to delete your paint out of trading paints, your custom number paint. I do know sometimes that it does do that if you have a custom number paint and a sim stamp, that you have to get rid of that custom number paint. So if you do have that custom number paint set up, try that out. That could be it, because I do have trading paints and everything. I'll reset it here just in case, but that could be an issue in trading paints itself.
With about a minute left in qualifying, race control just been heavy on the rules these past 10 minutes. I really haven't, I don't think, seen anybody's name but Jason Collins. He's just been talking the drivers through. We know what these Bluegrass drivers are capable of. And, I'm expecting to maybe see a little bit of bumping and banging here. We might see an early caution. Wouldn't doubt it. I mean, we got stage 1 coming at lap 20, stage 2 at lap 45, and then it's going to be a straight shootout to lap 94. Green flag pit stops probably involved in all of them. So I'm interested to see, man. We've got a lot of drivers mix up here with a lot of drivers that drive together and a lot of drivers that probably really haven't drove together. Not saying maybe everybody. I'm sure, like I said, we have some friends of friends I know in here. So we're expecting to see some good racing overall. And I think tonight is not only going to be a great night for a great cause, but it's going to be a great night out on the racetrack. A lot of fun to be had, and especially all in all, some great action for you fans at home. Again, thank you to all the Bluegrass faithful, any friends, family, anybody here just to support the event. We appreciate you guys, and we're glad that you guys could make it out tonight. And it looks like the sessions have just switched over. As you see the pick boxes spawning up there in scenic camera, we are about to get going here as the field will get gridding up. It is going to be a long qualifying grid, so we're going to go ahead and start getting through your drivers because it's going to be a second before we get to the end. As we'll let a couple more get spawned up, and then we are going to start rolling through your grid here. All right, and as you're seeing these cars getting gridded in, we'll go ahead and start going through qualifying order here as it's going to sit. It's going to be that number 22 of Todd Cray sitting on your pole position. We'll see if he takes that EOL to the back of the line here at the start. Michael Brisen, the 71, one of the Bluegrass guys, going to start in that second place with Scott Fritz. He is going to be starting in a slick paint scheme tonight, sitting in that P3 spot. Then it's going to be that number 3 of Mo Abbott sitting outside in that second row. In that P4 spot, Christopher Blanchard, he is going to be lining up in that P5 position in that number 19 machine with Aaron Roth lining up outside him in that number 30. As Matt Grenier, I want to say Chris said the skins aren't loading up currently loading up at the moment, so to apologize about that. As Matt Grenier in that number 29 Kellogg's Cornflake Chevy Camaro going to line up P7 with Nicholas Noggle lining up in that Mobile 108 Toyota Camry P8. Will Weber going to be P9 with John Fender Kinder lining up P10. Then it's going to be David Sheets in P11 with Nathan Mascroft in that P13 spot. Jason Collins going to be lining up in P13 with Roy Fernandez in that 14th position. Adam Lancaster going to be lining up 15th with that Kevin Bullock machine lining up in that 16th spot. Chris LeBourgeois going to be starting 17th. Justin Winters 18th. Tyler Berry going to be 19th, with Mikael Robinson in 20th. Brian Terry going to be 21st with Riley Wyans 22nd. Then it's going to be Brandon Zimmerman in that 23rd spot with Taylor Peacock 24th. Alex Huffman going to be starting 25th here tonight with that Ed Osborne machine starting in that 26th position. Alex Healy going to be starting in that Okay, you got it, Chris? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take over. Alex Healy going to be in that 27th spot, and then Jake Hodge in 28th. I know the timing starts going crazy here. Dustin Slider going to be in 29th with Jason Bridges in 30th. Brandon Holder going to be in 31st with Ron Morris Jr. in 32nd. Brad Gebhart 33rd with Travis Trevelyan in 34th. Travis Twitty going to be in 35th. Robert Richards in 26th. Oh, excuse me. 36th. CJ Mason 37th. And Eric Gaskin's going to round out your field in that 38th position.
So a lot of race cars taken to the grid here tonight. This is going to be a fun race. Going to see a lot of good drivers taken to the field here in just a moment. And go Green Flag Racing. It's through turn 3 and 4. It looks like Todd Cray will bring us to the green flag with that 71 of Michael Brisen to his outside lane. It's now through turn 4. It's going to be a long, long stretch here before we get to the green flag, as the flag stand is on the other side of the tribal here at Talladega. As we are about to see these next-gen cars go Superspeedway racing here in just a moment. As that 22 of Scott Cray and that 71 of Michael Brisen going to bring the field through the tribal here at Talladega. The virtual fans on their feet. Get ready to go racing, boys. It's through the tribal into the restart zone. They are lining up. And it is going to be green, green, green as the drivers are off and racing. Scott Fritz already off to a big bump to the back of that number 22 machine, as Scott Cray going to roll off in that inside lane. But the outside lane getting a good little run back here into turn 1. We know the next gen car has been having a little bit of issues early on in the build with the Super Speedway package. We'll see how the outside lane fares here tonight. Looks like it's already fallen off a little bit. 94 laps to go, though. I'm sure these boys have a lot of talent. They'll get it riled up soon, as that outside lane already starting to fall apart just a little bit. But to that inside lane, these drivers rolling down the back straightaway, the Allison back straightaway for the first time here tonight under green flag conditions. As you see that inside lane starting to freight train, as here comes to that outside lane. Oh, Michael Brisen almost up in the wall. That was a big, big move. Not sure who that was that moved up to the outside lane. Looks like the 20. As our numbers are all sorts of jacked up here. We got a lot of drivers. Obviously, they aren't usually in Bluegrass, so maybe the league numbers are a little bit funky here. It's showing the 19 of Blanchard as 18. It's showing him as the leader for me currently. My live timing is all over the place. As we'll get the end of lap 1 with that 22 still out in the lead. As you see, Michael Brisen still being taken 3 wide. That's a netcode wreck. We've already got the big one here.
We do have one fast repair, so that is a good thing for these drivers, but no, they don't want to use it this early on in the race. And I do notice that a lot of the paints aren't loading up. I do apologize about that. I want to say that, like I said earlier, in that green flag, right before the green flag went down, a lot of drivers probably have the paints still set for their other paint, so could be an issue with why the paints aren't loading. But we did see a big wreck there. It looks like Michael Brisen just having a big hiccup there.
Custom numbers off by chance? Because I'm seeing a decent amount of paints. My goodness. Somebody was on their lid right there.
Yeah, it just looks like that little bit of a hiccup there just set off that train reaction. Like you said, you see that driver. Ooh, who is that? I want to say that was the 30. Wasn't 35 of Jason Bridges. He's over there.
Didn't have their lid. We've got so many drivers in here that I'm not used to tonight that it's kind of hard to find out who's who. It looks like back live here, the pace car catching them up in turn 4.
it looks like a couple of drivers going ahead and deciding to bring it down pit lane. Looks like Todd Cray, Scott Fritz, Chris Blanchard, Matt Grenier, David Sheets, Roy Fernandez all pulling it down pit lane. It looks like John Kinder, Adam Lancaster, Justin Winters, Brian Terry, a whole bunch of drivers coming down. So everybody just probably coming down, going to top that fuel off and get everything settled back up, get back out there on the track, probably get that that fast repair go ahead and use so they can get back under green. Yeah, Calvin, it does look like we had the big one here early on. It was something that we were talking about before the race, how soon the big one was going to happen. And I wouldn't technically consider that one the big one yet, though.
No, it was the big one. That was a big one. There's a lot of race cars beat up in that, man. But, I mean, we're still going to have a decent-sized field here that is clean. But, man, early on, that was just tough luck, man. But that happens here.
Like we said, everybody does have a fast repair. It's not normally what we have in the Bluegrass League, but we went ahead and decided to go ahead and give everybody a fast repair tonight, so that way we knew that some stuff was going to be going down. And as you saw, lap 2, that's all it takes. I was trying to warn them before the race. I was trying to sit in the chat and go, hey guys, be careful leaning on everybody. I've been watching these cars a lot, and they definitely don't like to be leaned on.
Well, it's that net code too, man. It seemed like the net code grabbed them, then it sucked them up, and then there was actual contact, and just they got to fix those these next gen cars, man. So far, that's what we've seen out of them. I mean, we've me and Chris, you know, on the side, we have another league that runs next gen cars that we call as well, and you tend to see that a lot. The net code, you know, just contact when there realistically shouldn't be, or when there shouldn't be at all, honestly, and it happens. iRacing, I'm 100% sure will fix it when these cars become the main standard of racing here in about 60 days. So,
well, they're already the mainstay on the platform.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to update them soon, man.
Which, yeah, do again apologize about the skins. Not sure what Josh said that I did hear him say in the background that he was able to see some of them, but I'm not sure. Right now, I'm looking at the 08 of Nicholas Noggle, and there is just it's a blue and white skin for me.
You don't see the snowman on the back quarter?
I do not.
Looks like the pace lights are off. Going to be bringing the field too wide here. So looks like Collin's staying out with a little bit of front nose damage. We'll see how much that's going to affect the aerodynamics on that number 3 Buttkicker machine. As we'll see if they'll be able to manage green flag racing for longer than 2 laps, or should I say a lap and like a quarter. You know, this time by, hopefully these drivers got a little bit more wound up. We know how it can be on those restarts here to track like Talladega. First lap is absolute mayhem, and then coming into turn 1 again, you just get one driver out of sorts, and it can be absolute chaos from there, and that did ensue. We've gotten it out of the way. Hopefully these drivers will maybe calm it down a little bit, and we'll get back to some racing here and see how these drivers are going to manage a package that has so far on the platform on Superspeedways been lackluster. We'll see how they're going to manage to, you know, really get up there. Well, not even lackluster, just the outside lane. Very hard to manage, and can make you have that false deceivement of this kind of stinks, which it doesn't. You just got to be really on your money to drive these cars. And
yeah, Josh, that is one of the things about these cars. You just have to be really patient with them. They do get in the draft really well. Heard a lot of the drivers talking about how well the package was going into it. So, you know, saying that you can get brought back up to the cars.
Well, this is talking initial next gen. I'm not going to speak anything recently. I haven't drove them in a while. I could be talking out my hind end for all I know right now, but I just know early on in the platform, the next-gen cars were having a little bit of a struggle on the super speedways. People were not able to get that bubble going. You had to be 3-4 cars deep before you could really get bumper to bumper sometimes. We're going to see him get back to rolling green here. The leader does have control of the restarts. as you're going to see that 08 get out. We know that 3 and that 08 do work together. That 08 does spot that 3 sometimes. In his, used to spot him a lot in the Truck Series. No, he has spotted him in the Xfinity Series. 97, Alex Healy's off.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Alex Healy having a really big issue there. Going back on board here with your leaders. It looks like everybody just starting to tuck in single file now. The 08 getting off to a really good jump. Like Josh was saying, leader is able to dictate the start, so he can pretty much set up and go whenever he wants. As I'm still trying to fix the paints, guys, so just bear with me if I can't get it working. I don't know what's going on with it. New computer, we'll just figure it out. But I do see it still loading in and out. But right now, everybody just kind of single filing it up. I see a couple of drivers are blinking out back there. But everybody looks like they're still riding single file here, going to lap 7. The 08 of Nicholas Noggle still out in the lead with the 3 of Jason Collins right behind him. Aaron Roth, that newcomer we were talking about, he's sitting in that 3rd spot, so doing a good job sitting in that 3rd spot. Then Nathan Maskoff is going to be in that 4th spot right behind that 30 machine with Kevin Bullock in that 5th spot. So a lot of drivers moving up through the pack right now.
There goes the 22. Big hit to the 22. Todd Cray just... That's our pole sitter right there, too.
Looks like he had a little bit of an issue. We'll see if we can see what happened with that machine. Looks like he just got out from...
Oh, he got turned under the yellow.
Yeah, he got
turned him. They're wrecking again, wrecking again.
As it looks like we had another wreck, going to be Riley Waynes and Tyler Berry. Looks like Ron Morris Jr. also went off track. So go back and see what happened with that as we were watching what was happening with that other wreck. We'll see what happened with these guys. Oh, it happened in front of them. It looks like the 500 just getting into that quarter panel. See if we can go on board here with that Tyler Berry machine. See if we can see it from his point of view. Yeah, it looks like he just tried to go down, got into that back quarter panel, and it looks like it was only a 2-car accident, though. Nobody else involved, so luckily there was nobody else involved in that. We'll go back and see what happened here with that that Todd Cray machine. That was the one of Scott Fritz. Yeah, it was the one of Scott Fritz.
Very uncharacteristic from Scott. Todd Cray got the caution he needed there on the front stretch. That's going to keep him on the lead lap. Looks like half our field, if not all of our field, going to come down pit road. I'm not getting pit lane notifications on my live timing for some reason. As hopefully everybody out on the Facebook and YouTube chat doing good right now as we are at lap number 9 here. As getting that little bit of those Talladega blues, man. This is how it is on these super speedway tracks. Everybody just so... Sorry, 1 second, guys. I am listening to... Sorry about that, but hopefully everybody out on the YouTube, Facebook, doing good right now as we are going, getting those Talladega Blues of the early ranks here out of the way. Hopefully we'll get a good green flag stint here in just a moment. But if you're on that Facebook, say what's up to your driver, shout them out. As you know, shout out anybody you want to, or more than glad that you guys are here for the ride. And if you're on that YouTube as well, say what's up. Let us know what driver you're here to watch. We are more than glad that we are able to give you guys this awesome racing action here that Bluegrass is bringing you here tonight. As Jason Collins still with a little bit of nose damage, I'm excited to see, not excited, but more intrigued to see how long that 3 is going to be able to go with that nose damage, and if he's going to stay behind that 08 of Nicholas Noggle. You would think he's got some, rad support damage or some type of radiator damage up there that's going to, maybe affect the cooling on that car. He might overheat just a little bit more than, per se, than, that 08 of Nicholas Noggle, who has the cleaner front end. The 3.
There we go. We have got the skins fixed. I see everybody loading in now. So now that 08 of Nicholas Noggle riding in that Snowman Toyota, the 3 and that Buttkicker 3. I see everybody in their skins. Nice. Okay, there we go. We got it figured out.
Did I not literally say to you, did you have custom numbers?
Yeah, I had it hidden.
Listen to me more.
Well, thinking there was going to be a bunch of, drivers that we normally don't have in here, with numbers and everything. I turned it off. But it just clicked on me that these drivers have custom numbers with their numbers. So it just hides those skins from them. So it just hit me. So I got it. We're good now.
We were going out of turn 3 and 4. I didn't realize we were just now going down the back straightaway. This has been a long caution lap.
Lap 10 going to lap 11. We've already had our second caution. We will have our stage break at lap 20. We've already had a couple of drivers come down pit lane, go ahead and get that little bit of tires fuel. So, a couple of drivers already using those fast repairs. So it's going to be interesting to see when these drivers decide, like you were saying with Jason Collins, that little bit of front bumper damage that he has, that could really hurt him in the long run. But unless he gets up, if he gets in behind Nicholas Noggle and just drafts behind him, then he should be fine. But, he's going to have to really get some air on that front end, keep it cool.
Is that pace car going to pull off? We'll see where Nicholas Noggle decides to go at. Goes green flag back out as we are racing here again at Talladega. The 08 off to a good start. He's going to go up to that high lane, try to drag Jason Collins up to that back bumper just a little bit, but it looks like that inside lane going to get the run here, especially with Jason's front bumper damage. I think he could lose that inside lane here.
Yeah, Jason's trying to fight that top lane, but he's got that 30 of Aaron Roth on that inside. He's got a lot of pushing behind him. You see Nathan Mascroft behind that 30 machine, so he's definitely got a really big push. You see the 23 of Chris LeBourgeois trying to tuck back up to that back of Jason Collins so he can start pushing him up there, but it looks like Jason Collins just not having a lot of luck go his way right now. Nicholas Noggle.
Off the court. Oops, sorry.
Oh, Nicholas Noggle looks like he's going to take that inside lane. He notices that Jason can't catch up, so he's just going to have to go down there and protect that inside lane. It looks like Aaron Roth thinking about going up to that outside lane, but decided against it.
It just probably checked him up a lot, too. That 08 didn't have as much of a push as that 30 did. He came across him probably about 5 miles, 6 miles an hour, the speed difference right there, and he had to check up just a little bit. They got that inside lane out of sorts in the tri-oval. They're back together, and you see that outside lane forming back up. 4 cars in it right now. Looks like Jason Collins, I want to say Chris LeBourgeois, maybe Jason Bridges. Yeah, he's up there as well.
Looks like Jason Bridges.
There's LeBourgeois, yeah. Looks like we got another one up there that just moved to the top of the outside lane. The one is Scott Fritz now going to head that outside lane. And they're starting to get a little bit ahead of steam, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like that outside lane's really coming together now. Scott Fritz leading that outside lane. He's going to get a really big push. Let's see if he can get up here and get in front of that 08 of Nicholas Noggle. Yeah, Jason going to really give a good push to that one.
I wonder if Nick's holding up the inside line a little bit, maybe just trail braking. But they're making that outside lane work either way. They've formed themselves back up here. I got to say, Scott Fritz might be going to the lead from the help of Jason Collins if he gets a little bit closer here.
Yeah, right
he
now. He
is to the lead currently, but
yeah,
obviously
right now,
this inside lane going to pull back through. But Scott Fritz going to clear himself. New leader, Scott Fritz, here at lap number 13. So that outside lane doing a little bit of work right there, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's starting to form up. Looks like everybody's trying to decide if they want to go to that outside lane or not. We're going to go back here just through the field, just look and see where everybody's going. But right now, it looks like everybody's just kind of stacked up right now in that middle lane. Everybody just riding that inside lane, trying to get everything going. But that outside lane now starting to fall apart. Everybody tucking in on that inside. Now, look at that. Jason Bridge is starting to fall off. He might have to tuck back down into that bottom lane here before too long.
He's right behind LeBourgeois. Him and LeBourgeois had a gap where they both could have fit in out of turn 2, but it looks like now, yeah, Bridges isn't going to get in with that outside lane. Forming up again. We got about 6 cars up there. Well, looks like Bridges is going to take off and say, hey, never mind. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Well, never mind.
I was going to say, it's a little early to be doing risky moves, but Jason Bridges looks like he's trying to take that outside lane. We'll see if it works for him, if he can get somebody built up. But right now, everybody just kind of single file racing. Scott Fritz got out to the lead. He's still holding on to it. That's something you're going to see. Once you get a driver out to the lead, they'll probably stay there a couple of laps, and then before that outside lane starts working again, they'll come up there, they'll shuffle somebody up into the lead, and then we'll have another leader for a couple of laps. So that's just how it is here. Until you get to those last 10, 15 laps, then that's when everybody just throws the kitchen sink out and starts really racing. 3 wide back here.
3 wide.
See who gives. It looks like 22 gonna really push up in there. Todd's trying to make up a lot of room here. You saw him get into that little bit of an accident earlier off the front bumper of Scott Fritz. So he's trying to make up as much room as he can. He's got that 35 of Jason Bridges, who I want to give a big shout out to for helping me, helping me build my computer. So big shout out to that 35. But we're just gonna go through the field here, see what everybody's doing. Looks like everybody's just kind of single filing out. But I see up front, it looks like got a lot of racing going on up here. Looks like as I was saying that, it started cycling out. But I do see on the YouTube chat, Josh, I want to say, Harry Alford saying, thanks again for putting this on, watching from our temporary home. We appreciate everything many have done for our family in the last week and a half. Hey, man, we couldn't, whenever they said we were doing this for you guys, we were like, you know what? Yep, we're doing it. Let's do it. So, we just want to give back to what everybody's done for us. Everybody's given us an opportunity, so we want to give back to you guys. So we really appreciate, the kind words, Harry, and we're doing this for you, man. This is all for you. Whoa, look at that! Whoa, back in the backstretch. Looks like Travis Trevelyan getting into it. Oh.
Travis taking the blame for it too. Ed Osborne going to wipe out afterwards.
Big check up there.
Who was that made it by the skin of their teeth, man?
Going into the
the 48 just blew up.
Oh, the 48 of Robert Richards blown up. Go back on board here. We'll see if we can find out what happened between that Travis Trevelyan car. See, it's 3 wide going into the tri-oval here. It just looks like a little bit of a hiccup there. Looks like maybe got into the wall a little bit. Yep. Oh, that wall just bumped him off. And then you see there, he hits the 16. It's going to rocket him back up. And he's going to collect, I want to say, that is Will Weber.
It comes by on the skin of their teeth. Whoa. The 15, is that who that is? Dustin Slider?
Woo.
I mean, dude barely made it by. Good job, Slider. That was a whew. And then if you watch Ed Osborne, he just wipes out after it all is said and done too.
Whew.
Didn't even touch the wall. You see Ed Osborne getting around up there? Ed said, well, everybody else is wrecking, I might as well.
Well, it looks like he just got down into the grass there and just maybe bumped the edge of the apron. And that's what sent him around.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Oh,
Oh,
right there, that
bumped.
bump. He just checked up a little bit and got bumped. That's what it was. Okay. Well, it could have been worse.
Oh, yeah, it could have been worse for sure. But they're going to get it all managed up, man. I mean, you're going to see these kind of things at Talladega. Some of these guys maybe not necessarily used to these cars too. Overall, just going to be a good night, man. A fun night. We're 18 laps into it. We still got a good chunk of change left here before we even get close to being done. So these guys are going to have time to reset here. You know, a lot of them probably going to start thinking now, okay, is my car going to make it to the end if I keep having these cautions here? They're going to start doing all those mathematical equations in their head and figuring things out. No, the square block doesn't fit in the circle, so maybe we shouldn't try. What I'm trying to say is, no, the 3 wide doesn't work. Maybe we shouldn't try. They'll learn it eventually, and they'll get it cleaned up here. This is just typical Superspeedway racing. And, you know, typical Superspeedway racing with a lot of drivers who really aren't that comfortable with each other. So we'll see it happen. But overall, they're going to get it cleaned up. We still got a lot of good race cars in this race, and it's going to be a fun night overall here. And as we have a moment here, under caution, we are going to take it to a NC 811 dig side by side. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Completely wrong league. I just completely messed that up. I completely apologize about that. L&S Custom side by side. I do apologize, and we will take you to a side by side right quick. Have a word from L&S Customs, and we will be right back.
And we welcome you back from that L&S Custom side by side. Looks like everybody's got it situated. Scott Fritz still out in the lead. Nathan Mascroft going to be on that outside lane in that 30 machine. So we're going to see if he's going to be able to get up here in front of that one of Scott Fritz, do what they did. See the pace car pulling off. See if that outside lane can bunch up and do what Scott Fritz did on that outside lane, push his way up to the front. See Scott Fritz pulling up to the restart zone. Like we said, they do have restart. They do have their own restart. They can start whenever they want. As green flag is out, Scott Fritz out to a good jump. The 30 of Nathan Mascroft going to have a really stack up on that inside. It's going to open up the door there. Excuse me, Aaron Roth in the 30. I was been saying the wrong name. That's Nathan Mascroft on the inside. So the 30 having a really big stack up on that outside. It looks like he didn't get off to a good jump. So he's falling back, but everybody's starting to fall in single file now. We'll see if that outside lane starts to pick up or if Scott Fritz is just going to stay up here in the front. As it looks like, whoa, Todd Craig looks like he might have been peeking, trying to tell everybody behind him he's ready to go. Looks like he was trying to tuck up to the outside, but decided against it again. Everybody's going to fall back in line. So here at lap 20, we've still got the green flag going right now. So we'll see if the stage break does come out, or if they did serve that last caution as the stage break. If they did, we didn't hear it. I do apologize.
No, they didn't. This is the stage.
Okay, so this is the stage break. So Scott Fritz going to be your stage 1 winner.
Look at the job the 22's done.
Yeah, Todd Cray, after having that little bit of an incident going down the backstretch off the front bumper of that one machine, he's now moved himself back up to that 3rd position. So good to see him move his way back up. As we're going to go to the chat here, Harry, Alford, do want to apologize. I was getting all mixed up. I was watching a whole bunch of stuff as I was saying. I was going to say we appreciate the kind words, man, and we're, we love the fact that we're doing this for you guys, and we hope that every little bit that we can give you helps, and you can get everything situated, man. It's sad. We've lived in a lot of tornado areas, and I know how it is. I've had family and stuff hit with that. So whenever they said we're doing this, I jumped on board super quick. So we really appreciate the kind words there, Harry. But we're gonna go into the other chat as I gonna read through everything. A lot of chat going on. I see Del Ward at the beginning of the race saying, "Let's go T-Berry Motorsports, Tyler Berry, Scott Fritz." Scott Fritz sitting in the lead right now. And you also have Adam Stanley saying, "Let's keep racing 19." Adam said, "Okay, Blanchards, 18 Blanchards." David Deb Grove saying, "Tough start after the big one way early. Go Team 9 winners and 8 Huffman. We're behind you all the way." Deb's Old School Diecast. Good to have you on the Facebook, Deb. And then see Kevin Martin in the Facebook saying, "Let's go Maurice 20. Good to have you, Kevin. And over on the YouTube, I see Rylan Greer saying, "Have no fear, Rylan is here." And then Sarah May saying, "These Bluegrass guys are the best." Yes, ma'am, Sarah, they are the best. So it looks like everybody pulling down pit lane right now. But Kevin Bullock, he's going to go ahead and stay out on the track. So maybe a little bit of a pit strategy here. He did pit at lap 17, so maybe just already came down pit lane, says, "You know what, I'm going to go ahead and go for that lead."
Fear the Greer. That's all I got to say. As it looks like Roy Fernandez is going to move himself up into 2nd place. Kevin Bullock, no relation to Sandra Bullock, the actor, he is going to be in 1st position. I mean, at least I don't know. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if he was. But, either way, that 62 machine is going to be out in 1st, currently at the moment, as he decided not to stop under the pit stop, pitted at lap 17, undercut the stage with that last caution. He will be your new leader. Looks like, Fernandez and Wyans Holder also did the same thing. And it looks like Blanchard pitted at 19. So Abbott, Fritz, and Co. back have been your drivers that did pit that last time by. So we'll see a new leader here for a handful of laps, and I'm assuming we might get some 2-wide action here on this restart. Granted, how the field decides to take it with the earlier cautions, and we got a guy up there missing his whole rear bumper, so that's going to be fun. And he is going to be very, very aero-friendly. Wink, wink. So we'll see how that 03 manages this restart. But other than that, we've got the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Shout out them. That's some good coffee. Drink that every morning. And we got Brandon Holder, who is sporting a really sick ride out there tonight, Chris. Usually we see him in that singular wireless 31 in the, Gen 6 cars. I guess you could say technically last generation NASCAR now. And now he's out there in that BK paints, excuse me. Number 5 machine.
Number 32 on the track, but number 5 in our hearts.
Number 32 on the timing board.
Yeah, number 32 on the timing board. That's what I meant. Number 5 on the track.
Either way, that number 5, man, looking pretty slick. If you want to just scroll through a couple of these paint schemes here, Chris, since the fans did not get to see them early on, since we were having a little bit of a skin issue. Well, you were having a little bit of a skin issue. Let some of these drivers or fans see some of these slick race cars Bluegrass guys got here tonight. We know we got probably a handful of Dell Senior fans out there. Love to see that. Classic of a scheme right there. The one of Scott Fritz looking very, very slick tonight. That is the 20 of Brandon Zimmerman. You see the precision graphics. As the 22 of Todd Cray. He had issues early on. Action from that man right there. That's the man that spun him under the yellow earlier. So we'll see if him and Scott Fritz have a little bit of... You see him right there. Doesn't look like he's happy, Chris.
Yeah, he's trying to ride up on that back bumper.
Might be letting him know, I'm behind you, buddy. Let's not do that again.
He's like, hey, man, I remember what you did. I'm back here. As we do appreciate everybody being out there on this beautiful Wednesday night. Do give a big shout out to everybody watching on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We will be coming back to you at the beginning of the year, so can't wait for that. But like we were saying, we just had to do this tonight because you know, going for a good cause, going for, you know, it's doing a good thing, and you know, we can never turn down doing a good thing. So, and again, if you want to give a donation, excuse me, my brain just
give a donation as Chris is trying to
my brain
make up the words in his peanut brain right now to say, but just kidding. He is trying to say we do have the donation links in the chat, YouTube and Facebook chat, so all proceeds do go 100% to the Alford family, so all the entry fees, everything here tonight going straight to that as well. So if you you know, are feeling generous and want to do that, you know, like we said, not obligated to do it. If you're here just supporting the drivers and supporting, you know, the calls, we appreciate that. But you are more than welcome to do that. And like we said, those links are in there. And one thing I heard that was kind of funny to me under caution here, Chris, that 03 was told by the 19 of Blanchard, hey, just letting you know, Riley, you got no rear bumper. And the 03's response was, oh, I didn't know that. And it was just like genuinely shocked. As we're going to get back to green flag racing here, the 62 of Kevin Bullock, as we're going to be saying his first time for the first time tonight in the lead. As the 16 of Roy Fernandez, that outside lane now starting to move with the 5 of Brandon Holder on that back bumper. As we're going to be back to some typical super speedway restarts here. Everybody stacked up. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of wiggle back to that precision graphics machine. That number 20 of Brandon Zimmerman looked like he got a little bit out of wiggle right there. Looks like that outside lane here on this lap 24 restart is going to be moving. That 5 of Brandon Holder could go up there and possibly take the lead coming out of turn 4 through the tribal. There he goes.
Yeah, he was getting a really good push from that 3 of Mo Abbott. Looks like Mo Abbott's actually got the momentum to get up there. Maybe Scott Fritz gonna push that 3 up to the front. Looks like the one of Scott Fritz still pushing. He could cut down if he wanted to now. So the 3 of Mo Abbott is clear. Well, he's technically the 34, but he has got his Goodrich skin on, so he is currently the 3, but he is sitting in first place technically. If he wants to pull down, not now, he can't. The inside lane's starting to move a lot.
Yeah, but that outside lane, man, especially when Scott Fritz has been up there moving it, they've been doing a hell of a job. And that's one thing that we've seen with the next-gen cars that, like we were saying earlier, has kind of struggled, been a little bit lackluster on the platform, the Superspeedway racing. And so far, I got to say, on this restart, they've been making that outside lane work very well. Or, you know, at least as well as I've gotten the chance to see it in a league race setting. So good to see that this outside lane has got a fighting chance, man. If they were able to pinch down a little bit, which with the net code, I'd be scared to get in with a country mile of somebody's door right now in these cars. But you get a little bit of door drafting going on, people learn to package a little bit more. I think these next gen cars are going to bring some really good racing on the super speedways. I feel like they're going to be very reminiscent of the old like Gen 4 single file, where that outside lane only moves if you really know what you're doing, kind of thing. And I really like that.
Guys, we're just going to kind of look and see what's going on back here behind. Got a lot of drivers just riding single file back here. So, you know, it's a big difference from what we were doing earlier where you saw the single file race, and now everybody's kind of double file racing all the way back to that 14th position, and then on back from there, you kind of see everybody just filing in single file, trying to catch back up. So David Sheets, Adam Lancaster, Justin Winters, John Kinder, those Elite Motorsports guys, they're all linked up, so they can really start pushing. Alex Huffman all the way back in 32nd position. So Alex Huffman not having the best push here. You see him all by himself. So Alex Huffman must have a really big issue with that car.
Oh, yeah, down on power. I want to say he was involved in the lap 1 wreck, so he's just taking out of that fast repair.
Yeah, so it looks like the outside lanes may be starting to fall apart here. The 32 of Brandon Holder, he's doing what he does every week, Josh. Every week we watch him. Gets up in the front. That's pretty much what he does. Just sits up there and hangs out in the front. So Brandon Holder right now up 30 positions. So Brandon Holder doing a really, really good job moving his way up through the field.
I'm just glad that we have a lot of drivers out here, man. A lot of supporters for the league, a lot of supporters for the family. It's just awesome that everybody came together tonight for a great cause. We've got a fun night going here at Talladega. About to hit the 30 lap mark.
When you say it like that, it just sounds depressing. About to hit the 30 lap mark. But right now, you know.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just looking at all the drivers in the single file, just paying attention. Sorry, I kind of zone out sometimes. You know how I am, Chris. Especially when driver chat pops up, I'll shut down and just listen to what the drivers are saying. Try to take it as I say that they start talking and take in as much information. But right now, man, it looks like that single file is just going to be the move. It seems like that double file likes to work on the restarts, but it just kind of stalls out. We'll see if anybody takes back through that double file, though, here as they get rolling. You see that 06 of David Sheets heading that lane, that second pack, excuse me, on that bottom lane. We'll see if these boys can tuck up, but I don't know. They might have lost their chance to get up there and run with those boys unless they work really hard right now.
I don't know. It looks like they're starting to catch a little bit ahead of steam. Yeah, they're really starting to catch him. He's got it down to about a second and a half.
Yeah, that inside lane. That inside lane is going to have to start checking up a lot too, with as stacked up as they are.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of checking up going on. Like we said, this is the boring part of the race. You know, this is the part where everybody's just like, you're watching what everybody's going to do. You're gonna, you know, everybody says it's, you know, it's the snooze part. You know, the most important part of the races are the beginning and the end. Whenever you're watching super speedway racing, that is definitely what you're looking out for. You're looking for drivers to make moves early on and really set themselves up for the later run. But we're not seeing a lot of move making, a lot of stuff going on. As we're riding on board here with Jason Collins, who's down 12 positions in that 25th spot. So it looks like he's had a little bit of issues early on, too. He did take that massive front damage on that front bumper. So just kind of riding along back here in the back. But, you know, a lot of drivers just really pacing themselves, trying to ride it out. We're riding on board here with David Sheets. It looks like he's got it down to about a second and about a second and a quarter now, Josh. So he's starting to slowly reel in those guys in front of him. They're really starting to check up a lot in front of him.
Yeah, all those guys are really starting to catch back up in that second pack. I heard the 97 of Alex Healy said he was coming down pit road this time. Big shout out, excuse me, big shout out to Alex Healy as well. As we should see maybe some drivers taking some green flag pit stops soon. I want to say the second stage is what lap again? 45. I was going to say 40, but yeah, lap 45 is the second stage. So we should see some drivers take some green flag pit stops here soon and get those set up for the ending of the second stage.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Bridge is trying to ride that outside lane right now. I see him. And whoa, as I say that, it looks like a lot of drivers coming down pit lane.
Yeah, I didn't hear that called out, so...
Oh! Whoa! John Kinder around!
John Kinder wrecking, man. No! Oh.
Wonder what happened there with Kinder. looks like the 71 got into the back of him. Oh, big smack to the wall there. Unfortunate. That's gonna, John Kinder's gonna fall off a lot from that, so he's gonna have to hope for that stage break. It looks like a lot of drivers now also decide to come down pit lane. Maybe Roy Fernandez coming by himself, really locking it up there. He's gonna be speeding. They're gonna catch him for speeding there. Roy Fernandez having to lock it up. Brandon Zimmerman, Todd Craig, Chris LaBourgeois, Dustin Slider all down pit lane. So the front pack starting to break up a lot. The 5, Brandon Holder, still trying to hold on to that lead, but he's got the 62 of Kevin Bullock all over that back bumper. So it's gonna be up. It's gonna be up to these guys now to decide when they come down pit lane. And, you know, it's gonna really break everything up. As we see back here, a lot of drivers still shuffling around. You saw the 30 of Aaron Roth dive down behind the the 08 of Nathan Noggle.
Everybody calling out their pit stops now. And I'll agree, Michael Brizin was right. I did not hear a single person call out their pit stops besides John Kinder on that first pit stop cycle. And Brizin came over the radio. Excuse me, I had to smack the crap out of my knee on the bottom of my desk, if you heard that. But either way, I heard Kinder call out, and he said, I'm coming down pit road. Nobody else called down, and Brizin came over the radio. So does nobody have to call out their pit stops now? Everybody's been calling out their pit stops since.
Yeah, so Brandon Holder going to give up the lead. Kevin Bullock going to assume it here at lap 34, but he's got the 7 of Nathan Mascroft, who's a couple of seconds, about 3/10 back from him, so he's slowly starting to catch him. I want to say... cameras are kind of freaking out here. It looks like maybe the 62 coming down pit lane. Yeah, the 62, the 7. 35 of Jason Bridges also coming down pit lane. He's getting it slowed down. The 19, 36, 30 all coming down pit lane now. So Travis Trevelyan going to assume the lead here. Lap 35, but he's going to be the only one out there about 9 seconds. The closest driver for position is Brian Terry. So Brian Terry sitting in that second spot with CJ Mason behind him, and then Travis Twitty behind him. Ron Morris Jr. rounding out that top 5 right now.
Morris Jr. That's a driver that knows how to get it done, man. Good driver in the Truck Series. Good to see him here tonight. We've seen him in some of the Cup Series races earlier this season. I want to say some of the Xfinity races as well. So he's dabbled in all of them, and good to see him out here tonight. As it looks like, whoa, don't want no Kevin LePagean to go on. As we've got our drivers starting to hit that blend lane and rejoin, we're seeing some 3-wide racing here as those pit stop cycles are going to reopen this racing up, and you're seeing guys go around lap cars here. That looked pretty cool down the back straightaway, seeing all of them file out like that. As yeah, they're getting risky now. Is that Riley out in front of him? Yeah, it is. It looks like Riley got his car fixed. He did indeed. He must have used his fast repair that last time by, because there is a rear bumper back on that race car, and it is full clean. So good to see that 03 back in contention. Got himself in a good position even with the damage. Used the fast repair here at lap 35, 10 to go before the stage. And, 36 now, so 10 to go before the stage. And he's going to be set himself in a good spot. Travis Trevelyan, Brian Terry, CJ Mason, Travis Twitty, and Ron Morris Jr., your only drivers who have yet to come down pit road. Well, Alex Huffman as well.
Yeah, I see in the Facebook chat, Matt Smith saying, let's go Twitty. Yeah, Travis Twitty sitting up in that 4th spot, so moving his way up through the field. Travis up 31 positions, so good job on him. But looks like maybe Roy Fernandez might have got lucky. Josh might have got that car slowed down before pit lane. He's still digging. So maybe that 16 got lucky on it and didn't get a speeding penalty.
Yeah, and it can be one of those things that ruins your night at a track like Talladega. Almost impossible to recover back from a speeding penalty here at a track like Talladega. Unless you get very lucky with a caution as soon as you pull in, it's almost nearly impossible to recover if they stay green flag. But with the stages coming up and everything, it might be possible, but it's just one of those things you don't want to recover from. And lucky on Aaron, because it looks like everybody that had not pitted yet, Brian Terry Ramores Jr. and Travis Twitty, CJ Mason going to come down pit road. I say that, but Travis Trevelyan still out in that number 10 machine. Or number 71. As he's rolling with Alex Healy and John Kinder.
Yeah, as you see John Kinder, who had that little bit of a bump going into pit lane, he's still trying to stay on at least trying to get that lap back from that 10 machine. So we'll see if he can get up here and get around him, get that lap back, or if that 10 will decide to pull down pit lane here before too long, or maybe he's trying to make it to the stage. Not really sure, but we will see if he has enough fuel to make it to the end. We do know these Bluegrass boys, they love to run it to the absolute end empty. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this, how Travis handles this. That's going to be very interesting for him. But Brandon Zimmerman, who's about 30 seconds back from him, that's your second place position. So right now, Roy Fernandez sitting in that third position, like we said, didn't get a speeding penalty, so moved himself up into that third position now. So good on that 16 machine. And then the 03, like you said, missing that back bumper, now got his back bumper on it, up in that fourth position. So good job on him. And then David Sheets rounding out your top 5. It looks like Travis going down pit lane now, Josh.
Yep, there goes Trevelyan. He's going to move his way down pit road, that 71 machine. Going to get into his pit stall and get his 4 tires and fuel service here. Maybe just fuel, actually. Looks like he's going to take possibly right sides and left sides. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and take 4 tires.
Coming out of pit lane now is Travis. He's going to be able to make it out and get caught back up, hopefully. You should see him passing right here as they're going into turn 1. Actually, no, I take that back. He's still on pit lane. So he's just now coming out. So, yeah, he's going to have a lot of room to make up here. But we do have that stage wreck coming in 5 laps. So he will be able to get caught back up. But now is going to be the question, is Roy Fernandez going to make a move on that 20 of Brandon Zimmerman, try to assume that stage break, or are we going to have just a Brandon Zimmerman stage win?
Going to be one of those things we'll have to see. These drivers possibly could get up here and start battling it out if they get a little bit out of sorts here. There's not too many cars, about 7 in total right here in this lead pack that's racing for position. So if they were to get a little bit out of sorts, get a lap car up in there trying to race for some track position, it could be some mayhem here for this second stage break.
Yeah, as it doesn't look like he's got anybody in front of him right now, so he should be good here for just a little bit longer. You won't have to worry about really getting up there and messing with that lap traffic. So right now, Brandon Zimmerman can just hold on to that position. He will finish out in that stage break position. So we'll see if Brandon Zimmerman can hold on to that lead right now. But we've got Justin Winters, who moved his way up into that 6th spot. So now he's starting to tuck back up to the back of the 4 of Adam Lancaster. Excuse me, that is the 3 of Jason Collins that's in between them two. So Justin Winters in between. It's got Jason Collins in between them, which he is currently a lap down right now. So everybody just kind of riding single file, but Nicholas Noggle, who's up 1 position from his starting position, he's doing a good job as well. Brandon Holder, who's up 23 positions now, just trying to catch back up after surrendering the lead and having to come down pit lane with 3 laps to go to that stage break.
Yeah, we're going to see these drivers up here in the front. I was about to say it, maybe start making positions. And it looks like to the outside lane, the 06 started to peak for a second of David Sheets. He has Adam Lancaster behind him, who looked like he was, and they're going to commit to it here. Will they go back to this inside lane, though? It doesn't look like it. Jason Collins, who's currently not fighting for that position, just fighting for his lap back. He's going to be in the midst of this battle as they roll up to lap number 43 to grab a 3 to go for the stage. As we'll see these drivers maybe pull out here. I don't know. This could be one of those things, as it looks like Brandon Zimmerman's still just hanging on to the lead in that Precision Graphics. Number 20 is Roy Fernandez behind him. Riley Wine's going to round out your top 3.
This gap between Riley Waynes and David Sheets, that is something to look out for.
Yeah, that is a scary gap. I was going to point that out too.
He could get a massive run and get a really good push If Adam Lancaster can get to that back bumper and push him, that 06 can get up there and really get up in the lead. So we'll see if they decide to hold off just a little bit and try to make a move here with a couple of laps to go to the stage break. We'll see if Brandon Zimmerman can hold on to the lead. He's still got that 16 of Roy Fernandez all over his back bumper. And then behind him, Riley Wayne's going to be in that third spot. So we've still got a couple of drivers who could make a move for that lead. But like we were saying, that gap between those two, that's something to really look at. You could definitely see a run coming here in a lap or two. I was having to check up.
Blanchard just pitting in now.
Yeah, it looks like Blanchard down pit lane. Oh, that gap's starting to fall off a lot. So if they were going to be making a move right now, they are a little far back for it to go into fruition now.
Yeah, not sure what's happening from that second pack for them to lose so much ground here in the last lap. Actually, last couple laps, I mean, they're just losing that ground.
Well, let's see if they make it up now. Looks like he's really starting to gain it now.
This will be the white flag for the stage.
Starting to tuck up. Let's see if he does it. There's the move. To the outside, David Sheets goes, but oh, Riley Wayne's going to block that outside momentum, but he's not going to be able to block it.
Not going to be enough of a block. They're still going to be coming here. I don't know if they're going to have the momentum through the corner, but through the tribal, those boys are going to be stinking moving, man.
Yeah, it's falling off now. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, just going to have to tuck back in. Yeah, maybe made that move just a little too early.
Riley pulling out to the outside lane. The 4 of Adam Lancaster are going to go with him. It's going to be a photo finish here for the second place. Looks like it's going to be Riley Waynes, excuse me, picking up that second place position for the stage. But winning the stage is going to be Brandon Zimmerman. So your stage winner here at stage 2 going to be Brandon Zimmerman. Well, we'll see these drivers pull it down pit road here in just a moment again. They're going to get reset, refueled, new tires on those machines, and expecting to see a big shootout here in these last 50 for this win here tonight. It's going to be a fun one, and we're going to have some drivers who definitely are wanting to get out there and make this their stage. I mean, stage 1, stage 2 does not matter anymore. It's all about the victory here at the end of stage 3. This is the stage win that matters. As you see in your field now, making their way down pit road here. Brandon Zimmerman going to lead them in. We'll see how these drivers sort their way out of pit road. We know the racing on pit road here can be, sometimes more fun than on the track. I love watching these races off pit road. As we'll see the leader in Brandon Zimmerman come in, but look at that. Out of pit road first. It looks like Roy Fernandez got a really good jump out of there. It looks like Riley Waynes as well. Or Wyans, excuse me. So it looks like Riley Wyans is going to come out first, Roy Fernandez, and then Brandon Zimmerman. So they're going to flip-flop that top 3 right there. As the pace light should be off this next time by, we'll get back to some green flag racing here, and I want to see now if these drivers are going to try to challenge themselves a little bit and make it more too wide. Are they going to start racing aggressively here? What is going to be the play of this stage 3 and this final stage here? This is the race to the race in now. You're going to see some drivers obviously conserving here. They're not going to want to get out here in the first couple laps and destroy their equipment like we saw happen at the first 2 laps of the race. I mean, you're gonna see drivers definitely conserving. Some drivers wanting to go out there and absolutely go to the limit here on this the stage reset and get as much track position as they can. So we'll see how these drivers. We're gonna see how these drivers are gonna manage. Other than that, this is going to be a fun restart and a fun stage. Final stage of the night, that is.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out again to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube platform. Make sure to let us know who you're here watching tonight. Let us know who you're pulling for, who you want to win, you know, anything like that. Or if you just want to talk in the chat, you know, hey, we're here to hang out. This is a fun race. We're having a lot of fun. We're at our home track. Josh and I from Alabama. We love Talladega. This is our home track. We grew up, 45 minutes from it, I would say. 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, roughly around there. So this track definitely
grew up in Hueytown at that.
We grew up in Hueytown, Alabama. So we were, you know, all the bonnets, all the bonnets, all the Allisons, you know, Red Farmer, all those guys. We grew up 2 blocks away from Davey Allison's house. So it's one of those things where when we were younger, you could walk out on the back porch, you could hear them revving the engines up, you could hear them, you know, getting ready to go. Like whenever I was a little kid, you know, way back in the day. But you know, used to be able to hear all that stuff. So it's great
introduction to the sport for sure.
Yeah, it was also a great introduction into the sport. You know, getting to go, you know, because Davey used to let everybody come over to his house and walk through his shop and everything. We used to go over there and walk. I don't remember it personally, but, you know, I remember my dad telling me, hey, we went and walked through their garages and everything. And got pictures of me somewhere in the chest, me sitting in Bobby Allison's lap, I believe, as I was a little bitty baby. But other than that, been a lot of fun growing up in an awesome NASCAR town. So Talladega, a lot of fun for me and Josh to call. That's why, like we said, we were ready for this race tonight.
Yeah, we love Talladega, man. One of the first races or tracks on the platform that me and Chris got to share a 1-2 victory at, and I pushed him to the win. It was awesome, and you know, it's a hometown track. A lot of history at this racetrack, and man, what a better place to not really any better place to go to and put on one just show. Always a good place to come to, Talladega, and it's always a pleasure to be able to come and just hang out and watch a lot of drivers wheel it around the high banks here in Talladega, Alabama, man. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
A lot of people just clicked off right there, probably. Oh, we got these guys. Dang Alabama fans.
You see that bump down there on that bottom lane? Oh, that one, it's terrible whenever you're racing people down there. But pulling up to that green flag. Green, drivers. The 03 of Wiley Wayne's getting out to a really good jump. Roy Fernandez, though, he's on that outside lane moving. Scott Fritz going to dive down to that bottom lane, though. Really going to shut that momentum on that top lane off. So we'll see if the 16 can get a push. He's got that 22 of Todd Cray, who had that little bit of an incident with that one earlier. We'll see if Todd Cray can get up here, push that 16 to the win. Or to the front, excuse me. Right now, Brandon Zimmerman in that 20 trying to decide which lane he wants to go with. Looks like he's going to go on that outside lane. Bo Abbott going to go to the inside. So we're seeing a lot of drivers pick where they want to go here on these restarts. Like we said, a lot of these drivers like to go on this top lane on the restarts, I guess, to see if they can get up there and get pushed to the front. It looks like that momentum on that outside just not coming to fruition like it did on those last couple of restarts. That outside lane really checking up a lot. You see that 03 really starting to run away with that one. And it looks like the outside lane's starting to stack up now. They might get some momentum. You might see that, you might see them get up here and start battling for the lead for too long.
Yeah, outside lane got a little bit ahead of steam. The 20 of Brandon Zimmerman heading that outside lane We know he's capable of going up in there and leading the race. I mean, he's got a beat-up race car in the 16 of Roy Fernandez behind him, but Roy's been doing an excellent job so far tonight. We're sitting third at the end of the stage, came out third as well, but he's fallen back a little bit with this 20 of Brandon Zimmerman. We'll see if the Precision Graphics machine in the 16 can work their way back to the field, but right now they're just working their way back behind the field. They're falling back slowly but surely in that outside lane, doing what it has done best all night. Killing runs. Yeah, you say that. I said that, then here they come.
Oh my goodness, I was muted that whole time. I was going to say, it just looks like the outside lane is just not coming to fruition. They start getting a little bit ahead of momentum built up, and then they start falling off. You see Brandon Zimmerman getting really loose back there. That might be something that you see coming into play, is that car just might be a little loose on that outside lane. It might be trying to push. So that outside lane starting to fall apart really bad now. Yeah, you're probably going to see everybody tucked down here to the bottom whenever they can get a chance.
Yeah, it was working there for a second, Chris. But all good things must come to an end, my friend. The outside lane is one of those great things that, for some reason in these next-gen cars, likes to come to an end, and I don't like it. They need to fix that. Make the outside lane great again. That's going to be the new hashtag for season 2022, season 1.
So right now, everybody just trying to file in single file. See the 16, he's still trying to get down there. Brandon Zimmerman going to go ahead and tuck it back down as well. So they're just going to go ahead, bring it in single file. Go, you know what, guys, we're going to try this again here in not too long. So we'll see if they try to do anything about it again. But we have no more stage breaks. So the only thing that's going to bring these boys back together are cautions. So they're going to have to keep it together. But look at that, the 97. Alex Healy trying to ride that outside lane. He is currently a lap down, not fighting for position. He's trying to fight for that lap back. So Alex Healy on that inside or outside lane. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and tuck it back in behind that 16. But everybody just single file right now. Go back here. Watch this pack that's going on behind them. They're still racing back here.
Yeah, it's always the packs in the back, man. They like to race harder than anybody. They're telling, hey, this is 28th position, man. You best believe I'm racing you for it. Travis Twitty, unfortunately, sitting in that 26th spot after what was a good run early, sitting up in 4th place during all the pit stop cycles. But he's going to be farther back a little bit, but still got a clean race car, which is good to see on that 29 machine.
Yeah, Travis, we do know that he can get out here on these plate tracks, and he can do really well. I've seen him send me videos of him winning, so I know he can do it. But he's just biding his time right now. He's not really doing anything. He's waiting for his time to move up there. Because Travis, he knows he's got to be patient on tracks like this.
Experience move from the veteran, man.
Right now, everybody.
I would say out of everybody in the Bluegrass series, Travis Twitty probably has the best Facebook memes.
He does that. He does that. And his
Great
TikToks,
Facebook memes.
His TikToks are really funny too.
Yeah, Twitty is a class character, man.
Yeah,
I say that, and if you don't know what that means, it's because he's the class of the field, and he's just a character, man. Love him. I love Twitty. He's a cool dude. Awesome guy.
Yeah, but everybody make sure to like and follow the Facebook and the YouTube page so that way you don't miss any of the regular season races. Like we said, we will be coming back here at the beginning of the year. I'll get the race schedule pulled up so that way you know exactly what races we'll be having going on. We're having a lot of fun here tonight. This has definitely been a lot of fun going into this Talladega race. Riley Wines, I don't know if I'm saying your name wrong, man. I do apologize, Riley. Terrible with last names. Our last name is Kiwi, so it gets butchered all the time. So I understand it, and I apologize, man. But you were doing a good job out in the lead, but you got Scott Fritz all over that back bumper, and then Mo Abbott.
Reckon. Out of turn 4. Might have been Jake Hodge in the 500.
Yeah, it was like Jake Hodge. Go back and see what happened here. Oh, John Kinder. I'm here with John Kinder. We'll see it from his point of view. You saw, it looks like they just got below that yellow line and they got mixed up there. And you see a big hit there. Oh, he's trying to avoid it. There's nowhere to go. That looks like he might have got lucky there, Josh. Oh, there's the fender bend. There's the fender bend. There's the fender bender, Kinder. John Kinder just unfortunate for that 82.
Heard Jason just scream out, hammer it down. I wonder if some drivers come down pit road and I say that top, everybody's going to come down and top off. Well, Chris, you said this needed a caution to stack everybody back up, and we got one.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that we're looking at. It looks like maybe, yeah, just fuel only. Don't see the car going up. Yep, fuel only for the 03. Seen a lot of drivers probably just taking that fuel only. Scott Fritz getting out of pit lane. See who wins it out. It looks like maybe Scott Fritz won it out. Or maybe the 08 of Nicholas Noggle.
Too bad LeBourgeois stayed out on track.
Yeah,
He's the leader.
I was going to say, Chris LeBourgeois, though, he stayed out on the track. He's going to assume that lead.
But he's going to have to do a lot of saving if we don't get another caution.
Yeah, that's something you got to watch out for.
He makes it to the end, I don't think. Unless he's got some of those Smoky Unit fuel lines. I said Smoky Bandit.
Yeah, guys, we will be having our regular season races start back on the 3rd of January. So we will be coming back at New Hampshire. So there's going to be a lot of good short track racing going on at New Hampshire.
It is.
Loudon is always a lot of fun. So it's going to be
fast racetrack as well.
Very, very interesting. Going to see if anybody takes that that secret lane. Going below the line, you know, running that grass line, Josh, as we call it, the Huffy line. That's
the Huffy line.
Gonna see if Huffy decides to run that line again, because it did help me get 3rd place in a race. So, gonna see if that line comes back into play, if Huffy can pull it out and really set himself up.
Yeah, and if you're new here with us tonight and not aware of the regular season, obviously Bluegrass does hold on Monday a truck series. On Tuesday, we hold an Xfinity series, which is in its debut season, actually, and a Cup series on Wednesday nights. So if you're here just for the race here tonight and you're enjoying your stay and want to catch some more of the Bluegrass guys, you are more than welcome to join us Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 9 p.m., starting back up here after New Year's. And we will be getting going and back to, like Chris said, truck racing at Loudon. It's going to be a good one, man. The truck series is aggressively competitive. The Xfinity series is, in its first year, so we've got a not a small field, but just a big enough field to get out there and really see some good hard racing. Still need some good talented drivers though to get into that Xfinity series. Wink, wink. If we know any drivers that are wanting to try to get into Xfinity, hit up the Bluegrass Facebook. I'm sure those boys will tell you when, how, and how, when, and where, and what you need to do to be able to sign up. If there's any type of pre-requirements or anything like that, I'm sure they will more than gladly tell you what that is. But other than that, man, we are hopefully you guys are enjoying your stay, guys and gals, and you guys are loving all the action we got going on over here at Bluegrass. So make sure to again check in with us after the New Year's break for New Hampshire with the Xfinity or the Trucks Xfinity and the Cup Series. But just got to say a big shout out all of you guys again. Hopefully everybody's doing good on the YouTube page, the Facebook, and just let us know. Do you think if we are going to get any more cautions? This will be my question here of stage 3. After that final, or is that the final caution of the night, I should say, or how many more cautions do you think? If you think we're only going to go one more caution, let us know. If you think we're going to go 2, 3, 4, however many, put in chat. We want to know how many more cautions you Bluegrass faithful think we've got left here tonight. And as we've got the drivers bunched up here and going down the back straightaway, once they get back to the restart, we are going to take it to an L&S Customs loud pedal. So be sure to turn those volumes up, get the full screen going, and you do not want to miss the sights and sounds, the beautiful views here from the awesome Talladega Superspeedway in gorgeous Talladega, Alabama. I say gorgeous, it's really just woods and a national forest that stretches out way past Talladega. Yeah, and an airstrip. Well, they got the Talladega short track too, but other than that, beautiful Talladega Superspeedway here in Talladega, Alabama. You're not going to want to miss these beautiful sights and sounds as the pace car is going to pull off. We're going to get those cameras ready for you, so get those sights, get those sounds turned up, and enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds here from the awesome Talladega Superspeedway.
welcome you back from that LNS Customs loud pedal. We saw a lot of drivers shaking it up back in the pack, but right now Scott Fritz is going to assume the lead. He's going to move himself up around that Chris LeBourgeois machine. You see Chris LeBourgeois take that outside lane. He's blinking a little bit, so that might be why that LeBourgeois machine moved to that outside lane. We do know he is a very, very, very good driver. He is a very gracious driver. He will not, if he's causing an issue, he'll get out of the way. He won't, stick up there and sit in the way, cause issues. So Chris LeBourgeois going to move himself back. Don't know what happened. Might have been that blinking issue, but he's going to fall back to that 14th position, a little bit further than that. But Scott Fritz going to assume the lead. Nicholas Noggle going to be tucked up behind him. And then Brandon Holder going to move his way back up into that third position. Ed Osborne going to be in fourth, with Aaron Roth in fifth, Todd Cray in sixth, Mo Abbott seventh, Brad Gebhardt in eighth, Justin Winters hanging on to a top 10 finish right now. So Justin Winters sitting in that ninth spot, and then Matt Grenier going to round out your top 10. So a lot of the Bluegrass faithful up here in that top 10, but got a couple of drivers that we don't normally talk about up here as well. So a lot of drivers up here mixing it up, but you see pretty much back to that 11th or 12th position. Everybody just kind of single file, and then we go back here with that second pack. It's being held by that 16 of Roy Fernandez. He's currently trying to catch that pack. You see Brian Terry riding that outside lane, so slowing up just a little bit, but you see Jason Bridge is going to tuck down behind that 97 of Alex Healy. Jason Collins is trying to make up a lot of room, but those guys in front of him, they are single files, so they're having to make up as much time as they can. But right now, those guys in front of them, just all single file, they're going to be really moving right now. But if they are starting to check up, which it does seem like a lot of the drivers are getting a little out of sorts up here going into turn 3. So you could see a lot of checking up and a lot of these drivers having to really get out of the gas. It's the 03 there. Riley Wayne's going to take that outside lane, maybe see if he can get anybody else to go with him. Doesn't look like anybody's going to take that bait, so he might start falling back here before too long. But it looks like that back lane starting to catch up. You see the 16 of Roy Fernandez. He's now starting to catch that 10 of Travis Tremillion, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers with this head of momentum take this pack. Are they going to slow it up a little bit, or are they going to take that outside lane? Looks like they might slow it up and just tuck back in. See the 16, Roy Fernandez. Looks like he's trying to take the outside lane. Might be seeing if he can get anybody to bite with him. Looks like nobody's wanting to go. You see Alex Healy riding that outside lane as well, but he is currently a lap down. Alex Healy trying to make up as much position as he can. I see a little couple of the drivers getting a little mixed up here. So yeah, got a 2 wide battle going right now. 3 wide going into turn 1. Alex Healy on that outside lane. He's headed right behind him is that 35 of Jason Bridges. So maybe Jason Bridges getting a little bit of a run behind that Alex Healy machine.
They're starting to get racy here, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah, 69. Lap 69 will be going to lap 70 to the next time by. So we're getting closer and closer to the end. 3 wide back there right now. In the back of the pack, we got a wreck.
Collins.
Jason Collins flipping up through the air. It looks like Brian Terry involved in it. Oh, my goodness. A lot of drivers involved in it. Oh, yeah, I just saw Jason Collins flipping through the air. Looks like Jake Hodge also involved in it. You see the 13 of Brian Terry. He was involved in it. See if we can find out what happened between that 3. As you see right now, he's got the 55 of CJ Mason on his back bumper. If it happens in front of him and he just gets involved, that is the wrong wreck.
And Terry's going to come up here in front of him. I can already see it. Terry's moving up the track. Yeah, he drove him right into the wall.
Yeah, you just see that little bit of a bump, and that's what it is. It sent the 3 up into the wall, and then he's going to get ricocheted off of him, and Jason Collins is going to go for a ride.
In real life, he would have never came back down the track that fast because he would have caught the catch fence. And in real life, they wouldn't have been inside of each other for half the wreck. So unfortunate though for Collins, man. Hopefully he's still got that fast spray. I don't think he used it ever from earlier. And then Huffy.
See the 76. Yeah, you see the 76 getting hit there.
The 24 going to get some contact.
It looked like Travis Twitty just getting it slowed down. A lot of drivers coming down pit lane. CJ Mason, Travis Twitty, Ron Morris
Go
Jr.
to the 03 of Riley. See what just happened on pit road. That's heard some frustration. Yeah, there it was.
Well, the 71 of Michael Brizzen going off of the front bumper. Something you don't normally see in these pit stalls. Normally they Travis Twitty always just in the wrong place at the wrong time. 29 gonna get through it though. So yeah, the 71 just getting sent around. Something you don't normally see because normally they you go invisible in the pits, but apparently for that time it wasn't. And Jake Hodge, I do apologize. I was way far up the ticker. So that whenever I said your name, I was actually looking at the previous wreck. So that's whenever I mentioned your name, so I do apologize about that. But right now, the 08 and Nicholas Noggle going to assume the lead. Scott Fritz going to set in that second position, and then Brandon Holder in third position. These are just a couple of drivers that we just normally talk about being up here in the front, Josh. Scott Fritz, Brandon Holder. Nicholas Noggle's always spotting, so he never really races. He races in real.
He races in real life.
He races
in
real life. He doesn't.
We know that man is a late model fiend.
He doesn't need to waste his time with us plebs on this video game. He does it in real life.
Oh, shut up.
I know Nick's probably going, oh God, shut up. He's always got to pick at him about that. But right now, the pace lights are out. Nicholas Noggle going to bring them around one more time. We've got 23 laps to go. So we're getting close to the end. It's going to be where these drivers decide to start throwing everything out the window. As Josh always says, I love the phrase, throw the kitchen sink out. And that's definitely what these boys are about to have to start doing. They're going to have to throw the kitchen sink out if they're going to want to get up here in the front. Because Nicholas Noggle is going to be going on defense mode trying to hold on to that lead. As again, just want to thank everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube. Like we always said, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share us out to all your friends. Make sure everybody knows what's going on the Bluegrass page, because we always have something going on here every week. So make sure to check us out. Like Josh said, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central is when we start going live. When we go live, so we will be streaming the races on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:55 when we go live, 9 o'clock when the stream starts, and we'll be having a lot of fun during that week, like we're having fun tonight. This is just one of those races that man, it's just a lot of fun to sit here and watch. I've gotten to where I don't even really race anymore. I just watch these boys race. Pace car is going to take that hard left-hand turn. Nicholas Noggle going to do that slow draw back to that start-finish line. Like we said, he does control the start, so he can go whenever he wants. So that 08 is going to dictate the start. We see him still on that brake pedal, riding the brake pedal. Brandon Holder all over that back bumper, though.
He's going to go now.
Green, green. 08 of Nicholas Noggle going to get out to a good jump. The 1 of Scott Fritz also going to have a really good jump. Man, everybody's tucked up really good right now. Whoa, crashing already. Looks like the 500 and the 03 of Riley. Oh, Travis. Travis, no! What are you doing, Travis? As we're going back on board here with the 08 of Nicholas Noggle. Looks like Jason Bridges also wrecked. Oh my goodness, having a lot of cars
Did
out.
the 03 just retaliate on the 500?
Oh, checkup.
Oh,
Big
no.
Big
Wasn't even the
checkup.
500 that got into him earlier, I don't think. I think
Yeah.
the 500 was involved with somebody else.
Big checkup there.
That's my fault. I think I'm throwing names when names don't need to be involved. I know somebody in the 03 made contact earlier. Michael Brizzen, that's who it was.
Did
my
Travis
fault.
Twitty disconnect? Because he is just sitting on the bottom of the track. I wonder if that Travis Twitty machine had an issue because he's not moving on the track. He's still sitting there.
It says he's on pit road for me. Did he tow back? Yeah, he's towed back now.
Must have had an
Not
issue.
sure.
Must have had an issue with... Whoa, look at that. Brandon Holder looks like he might be taking the outside lane around Nicholas Noggle. He is. Josh,
Big
look at
drive,
this.
too.
Justin Winters up into the 3rd position. He's pushing that 5 of Brandon Holder. We'll see if he can get up here into the lead.
20 to go.
20 laps to go. This is where everything's going to start getting interesting. Sarah Mays, if you're on that YouTube chat, you better be holding your breath because Justin Winters is in that 4th position, moving his way up through the field. He's on that back bumper of that 32, 5, whatever you want to call him, of Brandon Holder, but doing a good job is that Justin Winters machine. He's got that 19 on his back bumper of Ed Osborne, so he's got a good pusher behind him. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these boys handle it out. 20 laps to go, 19 coming to the line. So this is going to be where everything starts going out the window. These boys are going to start going crazy. Hey, Sarah. As she said, hi, Chris. I said, hey, Sarah. Good to have you here tonight, Sarah. Always good to have you on that YouTube chat. As right now, the outside lane really pushing up to that back bumper. The 9 really trying to push that Brandon Holder machine up to the lead. Having to really check it up. See him getting squiggly back there. Right now, the
That's squiggly indeed, man. This outside lane is moving. I think this is the most they've moved all night.
Yeah, as right now, Nicholas Noggle still leading that train, but he has got a angry nest of bees following behind him. He is definitely trying to do his best to make that car as wide as he can. See, he's going up to the top lane, trying to block that momentum on that outside lane, but he's not going to be able to. He's got to worry about that inside lane, too. So you got to pick and choose which one you want to go with. You've got that 22 of Todd Cray behind you, which we've shown he has really been fast here tonight. Even though he had that little bit of incident early on in the race, Todd Cray still holding on to that 2nd position,
Yeah.
giving that bump to Nicholas Noggle, saying, hey, man, let's go.
Now let's see if any drivers blow up. That's going to be fun watching them try to get around. If you've never been in a Superspeedway race where somebody blows up in front of you, it's sketchy. Everybody just goes everywhere, and then eventually one car is just going to plow the snot out of them.
Unless,
But it looks like that 08's blocking, Chris.
yeah, Nicholas Noggle trying to block as much as he can. That outside lane starting to get a really big run. 32 of Brandon Holder going to make that move down to the inside. So let's see if the 19 is going to push Justin Winters up to the lead now.
Osborne, man.
Ed Osborne.
They got a little bit out of sorts right there coming into one. That inside lane was probably pucker factored. As they roll it into turn 3 and 4, man, these guys are doing an excellent job, Chris, currently at the moment. I mean, this is the best two-wide racing we've seen all night. It looks like the outside lane falling off a little bit, but I'm sure if they get ahead of steam going, yeah, Ed Osborne out of sorts, that's going to allow Brad Gebhardt to pull through.
That's also another driver if you're that Justin Winters machine behind you. Brad Gebhardt, also a really good pusher. So if you're that Justin Winters machine, you know that if you got a couple of drivers behind you that knows what they're doing, at 19 just looks like he had to check up. Might have had a run back up to that Justin Winters machine. Just wanted to pull out, not wreck that 9 machine. So good job on. Sorry, listening. Anyway, Brad Gebhardt now. Looks like the 9 of Justin Winters just went ahead, decided he was going to tuck back down into that inside lane. Just did not like being on that outside lane. But right now, look at this, Josh. Brandon Holder. It's got that way to Nicholas Noggle on his outside lane, but it looks like he's not going to have it. Nicholas Noggle going to have to tuck back down into that 3rd position. So Todd Gray still hanging on to that back bumper of that 32 of Brandon Holder. So we're going to have to see if Brandon Holder can hold on to this lead, or if he can.
15 laps to go, too.
Yeah, 15 laps. You're going to have to make that car just as wide as you can. Coming up on a lap car, I want to say that's the 97 of Alex Healy.
Say Alex Healy? I thought he said he was parking it. That's him. Never mind.
Got a lot of two-wide racing going on in the back. Right now, we're seeing the single-file racing still up here in the front. Scott Fritz, he's trying to bide his time. We know that he is a super speedway racer guy, so, well, he's more of a dirt racer guy, but when he gets out on these plate tracks, he knows what he's doing. So, Scott Fritz, going to see him try to see if he can make a move up here in the front. You got Mo Abbott, somebody that we normally don't get to talk about a lot, Josh. Mo Abbott, a really good driver, sitting up here behind that one of Scott Fritz, his teammate, and then he's got Justin Winters in that Elite Motorsport. Whoa, we got a wreck back there. Looks like Ed Osborne having contact.
We're going to have to let him back on the track. That could cause more trouble. Doesn't look like it is. They're going to get back into sorts. Just like that, Ed Osborne and Brad Gebhardt falling back through the field after they were sitting outside lane running for a first place position.
Yeah, you see that 9 looks like he's trying to peak, telling guys, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. The 9 of Justin Winters is going to move to that outside lane. Let's see if anybody else is going to pull in with him. Maybe the 08 of Nicholas Noggle, maybe trying to add just a little bit of draft for that 9 so he can pull up. Doesn't look like that outside lane has a lot of momentum. Now we got Alex Healy up here. You're going to see a lot of drivers start fanning out, trying to get around this lap car. See if anybody uses him for a draft. Doesn't look like anybody. Ed Osborne making a really risky move up there to the top lane.
On Justin Winters.
Justin Winters going to fall back down into line. So with 13 laps to go, 12 laps coming to the line, this is where you're going to start seeing everything. Tyler Bear is saying, let's go Scooter McGavin. Shooter McGavin. Isn't it? Isn't it Shooter McGavin? Yeah, Shooter McGavin.
Yes, Shooter McGavin.
Man, I had to double guess or myself there too. I was like, wait a second. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore in years, so that's one of those things that just I don't really talk about that much, but right now we've got another lap car coming into the fray. I want to say, don't know who that is, actually. Looks like we have a lot of drivers that aren't in the race anymore, but Brandon Holder still holding on. Oh.
Roy Fernandez coming down pit road.
He said, Tyler Berry said, let's go Scooter McGavin. He said, Scooter for Scoot Fruits. So I'm assuming you mean Scott Fritz, so I get it now. Gotcha. Yeah, that is the 03 there on that outside lane. Should see everybody get around him fairly easy. You see that 03 missing that front bumper after that contact on that restart with that 500 of Tyler Berry. Just falling off now. The inside lane, just like we said, that's where everybody's deciding to go tonight. Nobody's really wanting to move up into that top lane right now. You know, you're going to I wonder if we're going to see that gap, Josh. Look at that. Nicholas Noggle, he's kind of doing that same thing those drivers were earlier. Just kind of leaving that gap, letting it tuck back up, just so that way he can still have that run. I wonder if Nicholas Noggle is setting up something here.
Be surprised with that 08. He's been one of those drivers that has made that outside lane be successful. He's led a lot of laps here. And I can guarantee you that 08 Nicholas Noggle wants to win. Whether it's a late model somewhere in a southern state, or if it's on the sim rig sitting in Canada, Nicholas Noggle's wanting to win. I guarantee you he's wanting to pick up a dub here tonight. He's done an excellent job so far. He's given Todd Cray the bumpy bumps all through the corners, and he's got the 5 of Brandon Holder right out there in the lead. 2 cars separate him from the lead of this race here as they come to grab lap number 86. 10 laps to go, or excuse me, 9 laps to go. I was thinking lap 95, not lap 94. So 9 laps to go this time by, as we'll see these drivers start to make their final moves of the race and try to get to the end here.
Yeah, like I was saying, Josh, it's all going to come down to these last couple of laps. We're now under 10 laps to go. So this is where everything's just going to go out the window. You just kind of have to take that rule book and go, whoa, what's this? Throw it out the window and just go, all right, now we got to drive. So we're going to see if Scott Fritz...
Coming down pit road one more time. Yeah, Justin Winter's coming down. Everybody's coming down pit road.
Yeah, so a lot of drivers.
Nowhere, the little driver radio just lit up.
Yeah, Justin Winters, Aaron Roth, Matt Grenier, Ed Osborne, Michael Robinson, Kevin Bullock, Chris LeBourgeois, Ed Osborne, all down pit lane. So a lot of drivers coming down pit lane. I might have repeated Ed. Caution out. Caution is out. I see where Jason Collins jumped to the pits. Yeah, it says Jason Collins.
No, that was under caution. I'm Lancaster. No, you're right. That was Jason Collins, Chris. I said that was earlier. Whoa. I don't know why I said that. Yeah.
Whoa, what just happened?
Dude, I think it spun the rears.
I think he might have downshifted and it just spun the rears. Yeah. We'll go on board here with that 3 and see what happened.
What?
Sounds like, yeah, when he was downshifted, might have just got the revs up too much.
He money shifted, yeah. Or not money shifted, but like you said, the revs were too high. The RPMs just couldn't take it.
Yeah, it looks like right, 4th, 3rd, and then going into 2nd. That's what it did right there. Just lit the rear end up. It just had too much torque, and it sent it around.
Okay, so yeah, you obviously are seeing the gearing shift down a little bit faster than me. I hear it blow up when it's showing he's still in 4th for me, so.
Let's see who that was that wrecked behind him.
I think it was the 4 of Adam Lancaster.
Yes, that's who it was. So he sees all that going on in front of him. And then look at that. CJ Mason maybe changing his mind. Yeah, CJ Mason changing his mind, going to come back out of pit lane.
CJ said he was spinning out.
Oh. Adam Lancaster up into the wall. Oh. Unfortunate for that 4 machine. It's unfortunate for that 4 of Adam Lancaster. Hopefully he has a faster pair.
It's been an unfortunate night, man, for a lot of these drivers here. And it's not a Talladega finish unless we got a caution to rack them back up with less than 5 to go, ain't it, Chris? As we're going to go to a side-by-side, enjoy a word from LNS Customs, and we will be right back with you guys to get into this last little bit of green flag action here.
Alright, and we welcome you back from that LNS Customs side-by-side. Just a big quick reminder, the winner of this race is going to walk away with a Buttkicker Gamer2 unit, and a wrap from Scott Fritz Designs for a car of their choice, and then $25 from that Blanchard's towing. So it's going to be an interesting set of prizes. See which one of these boys walk away. Will it be a Bluegrass OG? Or will it be one of the new guys who's just in here racing for the fun of it? We'll see. We've got 5 laps to go here. Josh, who are you looking for going into these last couple of laps? You think we're gonna have a white flag, or you think we'll have a green-white checker?
It's gonna be one of those things. It depends on how they just get lined up here. This restart's gonna dictate these last couple laps, how they're going to get lined up. I think Todd's going to get off to a good restart here. He's going to want to get off to a comfortable restart. But honestly, man, if I had a favorite out of all the drivers right now, it's going to be that, oh, man, why did I just act like I was about to give you an answer?
I'm gonna say, with the way that I'm looking, it's going to be either between that one of Scott Fritz or the 08 of Nicholas Noggle. I think those two boys are going to come down and slugfest. They know how each other drives. They know it's one of those things where you're more comfortable around that guy, so you know you can push him or
Brandon Holder
race against him. But Brandon Holder, also one of those drivers. Yeah,
he's about to get the show of his life from Nicholas Noggle here. I mean, Nick's pushed so many cars in the front here. Scott Fritz as well, so they both got good pushers behind him. But we know Scott and Todd had action earlier.
Good jump there.
It looks like Nicholas is just going to go to the inside lane.
Yeah, Todd Craig going to jump off to a really good lead.
Yeah, that's going to come back to bite him here.
Yeah, that's going to allow everybody to get a really massive run up to him.
They are going to rocket shit past him right here.
Yeah, so if you're in that 22, you're definitely trying to pick which lane you want to go with. Do you want to go with that inside? Do you want to block that outside momentum?
Nicholas Noggle trying to go.
One of Scott Fritz getting around. Nicholas Noggle going all the way down to the bottom of the track.
I mean, he did block him below the yellow.
Nicholas Noggle out to the lead.
Yeah, he learned I don't want to be turned by somebody under the yellow again, so I'm just going to give that to him. Unfortunate, man. The 22, I'm not going to say he blocked into the yellow.
Whoa,
that was just blocking right there. Yeah, they're 3 wide, could go 4 wide here through the tribal, and that never works at Talladega.
Mo Abbott stuck in the middle. He is the meat of the sandwich. It's definitely not where he wants to be. Let's see
Justin
Big Wreck.
Winters! Big Wreck. That's going to be a green-white checkered.
It's like the 30 of Alan Roth getting into it. Justin Winters going to move himself up into that second position, though, Josh.
Yeah, he was giving a big shove to that one on the outside lane.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of drivers around. Brad Gebhardt, I want to say, is involved in it. See if we can see what happened here. Looks like it happened down there on that bottom lane.
Who is that out of sorts? It's Nathan Mascroft, the 7 machine.
Nathan Mascroft? All right. Yeah, we see him go down there. It looks like he might have got a bump from the 62, and then, yeah, the 62 just off the front bumper into the 30. Brad Gebhardt nowhere to go. And those 3 just going to get sent around.
Michael Brisen, an innocent bystander.
Yeah, Michael Brisen just not having the best luck tonight. Unfortunate for that 71.
All right, so your race will be extended for a green-white checkered finish. 3 attempts from these drivers. We'll see how many it does take them to get done here, though, tonight. But, man, that was a good little run we had up here in the front, Chris. They were 3 wide, thinking about 4 wide at some points. That was looking good.
Yeah, as we're riding on here with that Justin Winters machine, you can see what we saw from his point of view. As you see right now, he has got a massive shove there pushing that one of Scott Fritz into turn 1, and then you see that chaos ensuing behind him. So Justin Winters doing a good job pushing that one of Scott Fritz out to the lead. We'll see how that shakes up the finish here. I see Alex Huffman in the Facebook chat saying, when you save your fast repair after getting wrecked early on, then get wrecked again by the same exact car after you use your fast repair. Yay me.
Felt Huffy felt.
Yeah, I feel that, Huffy, man. Sorry about that, buddy.
Hey, you can still say you finished higher than Kinder, though. As we should see the pace lights turning off this next time by, we'll get back to double file racing here in just a moment. As you're seeing the remaining 20 plus cars take to the field. As we've had some big old wrecks here tonight at Talladega. We've seen some cars on their lid. Jason Collins going for a ride through turn 3. I mean, we've seen it all. And it's been a very eventful night, I got to say, here at Talladega. Expecting to see maybe a little bit more mayhem, but also expecting to see a good race finish here. I feel like with this little 2-lap shootout, it's going to be our best bet to see a photo finish here tonight, as it seems like when these drivers get stretched out, the outside lane seems to fall off a lot, but on the restarts, very heavy, and that's what we're going to like to see here on this restart. If Justin Winters is going to be able to make that outside lane work here, he's going to have that 22 of Todd Cray behind him. Nicholas Noggle going to be restarting behind that one of Scott Fritz. So the role's kind of flipping a little bit. The pusher on the inside lane, now the pusher on the outside lane, the pusher on the outside lane, now the pusher on the inside lane this restart. So a little bit of a role reversal, but we're going to see these drivers get back to green flag racing here after they take this next lap around the racetrack, and man,
Josh,
at this point, I don't know who's going to come back to us.
I have a question though.
What's up?
If Scott Fritz wins, does he get his own paint job?
Scott, if you win, I'll take your paint job. You know.
Right now, he's got that nine of Justin Winters on that outside lane.
Does the mailman deliver his own mail?
That could push. You know, he could get a good push from that nine of Justin Winters. I mean, Nicholas Noggles behind him, and then you've also got Todd Cray, Josh, which, as we've seen, he is extremely fast. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes up. We've also got the 16 of Roy Fernandez and the 06 of David Sheets in that 5th and 6th position. So got a lot of drivers up here in this top that could really come down to the end of it. You know, these races at Talladega, sometimes being in 7th, 8th position, that's the best place to be on the track whenever it comes down to the last laps. Because whenever you have that wreck, if you're a couple of cars back from that front pack that's really battling, if they wreck up there in 1st, 2nd, 3rd place, you're about 5th or 6th back, you have enough time to make a judgment call and go and, you know, pick a hole or pick a lane, you can finish first. So it's going to really come down to how everything comes down. Will it be that 9 of Justin Winters? Will it be that 1 of Scott Fritz, 22 Todd Cray, 08 of Nicholas Noggle, 16 of Roy Fernandez? Not really sure. It's going to be anybody's ball game coming down here. 3 laps to go.
Anybody's ball game is right, Chris. You don't know who's going to catch that checkered flag here. We don't even know if these boys are going to make it around this time. It's just going to be one of those games that you roll the dice and you hope it lands on the number you picked. This is how we go, and this is how it's going to be at Talladega. It's about to be a fun little action-packed sprint to the checkered flag here if we stay green. As the iRacing pace car going to go ahead and pull itself off the racetrack, the number 1 of Scott Fritz. Going to have Justin Winters on that outside lane. We'll see if Winters has anything to say for this race as the field going to get caught up here a little bit. Scott Fritz, as he is waiting to put down the power. He's going to get on the loud pedal. There he goes. Big checkup from the outside lane. 22 shoving already to the 9 of Justin Winters.
This is going to come down to the make or break section. It's going to be whoever has a good push, whoever has a good movement. The 06 of David Sheets looks like he was trying to take that outside lane. Unfortunate for the 9. Looks like he's falling back a lot. Justin Winters looks like he just got caught on the outside to, you know, just hung out to dry. He is falling back a lot. He is stuck in the middle of that pack. But right now, got a lot of big wreck.
Wrecking. Oh, no! Caution is out after contact with multiple cars in the middle of turn 3. We'll have to see what caused that. We do know they were passing that lapped car. That could have been some 3-wide action there, Chris.
Yeah, as we're going to go back here and we're going to see what caused that big one. It's like going into turn 3 right there, that move. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at Justin Winters. Look at Justin Winters, Josh.
I just noticed that.
Oh my goodness.
Go back.
Oh my goodness. I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure this boy's nickname is Moses, because he just parted that disaster. I mean, everything just came right out from in front of him. Oh my goodness.
There is no way that Justin Winters just got away with that. You know that song, Flirting with Disaster? Well, damn, he just went and married her because
Yeah,
Justin Winters just had if there was one of those Allstate good hands play of the game, he just got it. that was luck right there, man. That was luck. That was the racing gods putting out their hand and saying, "Not your time, my son." Because look where he's at when all this unfolds, Chris. Dead middle of it, man. Dead middle.
Yeah, you see the 29 getting
and the 20, you think the 20's going to get through? No, the 20's going to hit. He's going to take the root of the force for the 9. What is Justin Winters going to do? Stay in the loud pedal, Cole Trickle style. He's going to go through the smoke. That's going to be an iRacing top 10 moment or something. That's got to be in one of those iRacing videos from his perspective, because that was awesome.
Yeah,
behind Justin Winters, man.
Yeah, we see a lot of drivers really getting caught up in this. Ed Osborne, all in the middle of it. We see 3 drivers pretty much in the air right now.
4 cars inside of one right there, and then the Blanchard just comes out of nowhere and plows the wall. I mean, look how hard Blanchard came in and hit the wall in this angle.
We're going to go on board actually here with Blanchard. We're going to watch it from his point of view. There's just nothing you can do at that point.
Car barrel rolling. You still got him wrecking. I love how we come to this camera and just see grass. There's that 22. Going back to where he started on lap 2 of this race. Into the shadow realm where he has been punted, my friend. Unfortunate for Todd, man.
We're going to watch this from Justin Winters' point of view, though. Man, just look at that just unfold in front of you. That's just where you got to stay. You just got to stay calm. You see everything wrecking in front of him, and then everybody just splits right in front of him.
He gets back into the throttle as soon as he saw the cars go. Man, you see it from about 180, 190 down to about 165, and then as soon as he sees the car's clear, it goes right back up to 166. Once he got back in the gas instantly. Still ain't out of it, man. He wanted to make sure he was clear by a country mile before he got out of it. Man, Justin Winters, I hope you wear a brown suit, my friend, when you race, because that, I don't even want to know. Look up the definition of pucker factor. You're going to get that. That was what that was, man. That was insane.
Whew. Crazy ride there on the 22. We're under caution here. Again, Justin Winters.
The pace lights are out.
Justin Winters definitely counting every little blessing he has at this point, because that 9 machine just had the drive of his life. Right now, let's see if Scott Fritz can hang on to that one more lap. Or if he can do it for 3 more laps. Or if that 08 of Nicholas Noggle is going to have anything to say about it. Mo Abbott, who's also one of those drivers, like we said, Josh, always getting mixed up in the stuff, during the regular season races. But right now, Mo Abbott's really showing, hey guys, I told y'all, I know how to drive. So the 34 doing a good job sitting in that 4th spot. And then Brandon Holder, who is currently sitting in 5th spot, up 26 positions. So Brandon Holder doing a good job holding on to that 5th spot. The CJ Mason right now up 28 spots. So CJ Mason is your hard charger right now as it is. I see Sarah Mays saying that's how he played football. Thread the needle. Yes, ma'am. He did a good job getting around that. That was one of those things. If I was in the car, I would have probably said, "All right, guys, I'm done."
That was that running back vision, man. He found the hole and hit it.
Travis Trevelyan saying the people at the infield care center was nice.
Well, they're going to be nice for a lot of people tonight. It's going to be like a routine checkup in there for everybody tonight. As the pace car is off, will they get this race finished under this attempt? as the one of Scott Fritz got a little bit of a gap to the 06 of David Sheets as he is going to pull his way up.
A lot of cars missing back there, Josh.
Oh, yeah, really are.
Green, green, green. The one of Scott Fritz getting off to a good jump, but the 08 of Nicholas Noggle off to a really good jump as well. We are side by side, 2 laps to go. Yeah, you see David Sheets getting really wiggly back there. Nicholas Noggle,
Come
David
on,
Sheets
Winters.
leaving down on top of him. Let's see if Justin Winters has anything to say.
And after that save, man, I feel like he just should be gifted this race. That was...
David Sheets to the outside.
Yeah, David Sheets, big move to the outside as well. He's going to clear the 08 of Nicholas Noggle, but they're going to drive on by him. This is where we saw trouble last time, 3-1, and there it is again.
Whoa! Save! Big save! Oh, my goodness! Big save there from the 06 of David Sheets.
He hit Justin Winters as well. Justin Winters kept rolling.
Justin Winters has definitely got something going on his side because he has the luck of the draw right now. White flag. Justin Winters. If he has anything to offer, this is where it's going to be. Let's see if CJ Mason, riding in that 4th spot, also has something to say. Whoa, it looks like everybody getting a little crazy back here in the back. Everybody keeping it clean, though. We're 3 wide back there. Big bump. Looks like David Sheets around.
It's going to stay green in front of him.
We're going to stay
green in front of him.
We're going to stay green. Big push there.
Look at Winters.
Big push there from Brandon Holder.
Here they come through 3 and 4.
If Justin Winters has anything to say, this is going to be the chance. But it doesn't look like it. Scott Fritz might walk away with this. Through the tri-oval.
There's the inside. Gotta take that.
The one of Scott Fritz. One of Scott Fritz going to walk away with the win. Brandon Holder going to be in that 2nd spot. Justin Winters going to survive everything, pull himself into that 3rd position. Justin Winters going to round out your podium. Good drive from all these boys up here in the front.
3 1,000ths, baby. What a good race there at the end from Scott Fritz and Brandon Holder, man. CJ Mason, 4th place. 33 spots for CJ Mason.
Yeah, so depending on if he qualified, if he did not qualify, he probably would not be able to get the hard charger. We'll have to find out after the race. It just all depends. If it does not go to CJ Mason, then it would go to that 2 of Brandon Holder, who was up 29 positions. So we'll have to get word at the end of the race for that. But right now, Scott Fritz, Brandon Holder, Justin Winters, going to be your top 3. We'll go ahead and go through the list.
As you saw, the one of Scott Fritz picking up the win. Brandon Holder going to finish 2nd here tonight in a photo finish, man. Scott Fritz, good job on you, buddy. It's good to see Fritz back into victory lane. Brandon Holder going to finish a strong 2nd place. I said he was going to be the car to beat here at the end, Chris, and man, was he. The one of Scott Fritz, though, did a great job to hold him off there at the end. Justin Winters, big clap to you, man. You parted the Red Sea, as Chris said, like Moses. You had probably the hands-on action view, whatever you want to call it, of the day. That was insane. Winters almost getting dumped right there, coming to the white flag as well and able to save it. So excellent job from Justin Winters. He's going to pick up a solid P3. CJ Mason up 33 spots in P4. Awesome job from the 55 today. Matt Green, you're going to finish P5 with Mo Abbott in 6th. Ron Morris Jr. going to finish 7th with Michael Robinson in 8th. Nathan Mascrop in 9th. Christopher Blanchard in 10th. David Sheets 11th. Nicholas Noggle 12th. Alex Healy 13th. Good job, Healy, finishing 13th, even with all that damage, man. I heard him say earlier, I'll take a 26th position finish. Now he's in 13th. Good job, man. With all the damage you had tonight, that's a win in my book. Roy Fernandez machine going to pick up 14th. Chris LeBourgeois 15th, as you see Scott Fritz doing the Alan Quickie made famous Polish victory lap, so he can wave closer to the fans, be closer to him, as he said. You're going to see, let's see, LeBourgeois 15th. Riley Wyans going to be finishing 16th. Ed Osborne 17th. Travis Civilian 18th. Todd Cray 19th. Kevin Bullock 20th. Brandon Zimmerman going to finish 21st with Michael Brizin 22nd. Mine's wrong. Oh, do apologize about that.
Yeah,
then.
your timing is definitely for mine. I'll go through it for you just to make sure. That way we don't give any wrong positions. This is going to be Scott Fritz, as you saw, is your leader. Brandon Holder second, Justin Winters third, CJ Mason fourth, Matt Grenier fifth, Mo Abbott sixth, Ron Morris Jr. seventh, Michael Robinson eighth, Nathan Mascroft ninth, Christopher Blanchard in 10th, David Sheets 11th, Nicholas Noggle in 12th, Alex Heagley 13th, Rylan Waynes in 14th, Chris LeBourgeois is going to be in 15th, Todd Cray 16th, Roy Fernandez 17th, Brandon Zimmerman is going to be in 18th position, Kevin Bullock in 19th, Ed Osborne 20th, Travis Trevelyan in 21st, Michael Brizin 22nd, Aaron Roth 23rd, Brad Gebhart 24th, Jason Collins 25th, Adam Lancaster is in 26th, Jason Bridges 27th, Travis Twitty 28th, Tyler Berry 29th, Alex Huffman 30th, Brian Terry 31st, Dustin Slider is going to be 32nd, John Kinder 33rd, 34th is going to be Jake Hodge, 35th Robert Richards, 36th Will Weber, 37th Taylor Peacock, and then 38th is going to be that 17 of Eric Gaskins rounding out your field in 38th position.
Yeah, so we saw an excellent race here at Talladega, as you still see Scott Fritz just celebrating an awesome win here tonight. And again, got to say a big shout out to the Alford family. Hopefully, what we were able to do here was able to put a smile on your guys' face here tonight. And that's really all that matters. We are so thankful for all the fans and everybody that showed up tonight. It's just been an awesome night here tonight at Talladega. And I got to say, I love these next gen cars. Hopefully they get them tuned out, tweaked up just a little bit, and get those race cars racing just a little bit harder. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these next gen cars on the platform here in the 2022 season. It's definitely going to be a fun event once they fun racing. Excuse me. Once they get them wound up just a little bit more. Other than that, been just a solid race though for the next gen cars on the Superspeedway here tonight from these guys.
All right, just waiting for those top 3 drivers to get into the chat so we can have a word with them. I see Justin Winters and Scott Fritz is in there, so we'll go ahead and have a word with that Scott Fritz machine and see what he has to say about this win. Scott Fritz, Chris, and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you looking really strong out there. We were talking about it mid-race that how are you going to give that skin out if you win? But hey, man, doesn't really matter. You were able to pull out that finish here at Talladega. Walk us through those last couple of laps when you got that lead back.
Yeah, I got that lead back, and then it was basically just block from there. I had a faster pair to give, so I knew I could be pretty aggressive on the blocking and stuff. And we had the green-white checkers there to give too, so I kind of timed that block there on Sheets just right, and he hit me square, and then pretty much home free from there. Once we got single filed out there, 3 cars, it was gonna be hard to get a run on me, but yeah, it was a great night. Ran up front all night. Me and Mo worked together really well there up front all night. Our buddy Tyler did pretty good for his first ever pavement race, and it was just all for a great cause. Is what it's all about. Win doesn't even matter. It's just all for a great cause and helping those people out.
Yeah, no, that's something that we were talking about. You know, you get to walk away with a butt kicker. You get to walk away with $25 from Blanchard Towing. You know, you get to walk away with a couple of things in your pocket. You know, you also get to paint your own skin for yourself. So I mean, hey, it's all looking forward. All looking good for you here tonight. Like we were saying earlier on, you are a dirt driver, so having you out here on the asphalt, you're really good at these plate tracks. So it's good to see you pull out that win, man. We're gonna go ahead and cut them short. But if you've got any final words, thoughts, or shout outs before we let you go, man, you can throw them out here.
Yeah, obviously I love these plate tracks. I think this is my 3rd or 4th Bluegrass win on a plate track. But yeah, obviously got to thank T-Berry Motorsports and everything, and all those guys back there. Mo and Frankie, of course, at Coast to Coast, kind of joined the T-Berry team today. It helped us out. Me and Mo worked really good together, and Frankie's spotting was a huge help. He made that good call on how much fuel to take there at the end to get us a little better track position to go for it. And then obviously Buttkicker, Buttkicker is actually sponsoring T-Berry Motorsports now, so huge for them, huge for us. Jules Speed Shop, of course, they don't do any pavement stuff, but they really help us out on the dirt side of things. And then Wrath ATV, UTV, and 605 Race Tire Solutions. My girlfriend, she's at work right now. Hope she's watching. My mom and dad and everyone, and obviously you guys in the booth. And then obviously this is all for a great cause, and can't thank Alex Healy and Jason for putting this together for all them and everything they do.
Heck yeah, man. That's something that we were saying, once we found out that they were doing a benefit race, I was like, yep, count us in. Let's do it. So it was one of those things where I love doing things for a great cause, man. And Scott, we appreciate you being up in the booth, man. We appreciate you taking the time out of your night to do this. And hopefully we'll talk to you, when we go to New Hampshire, New Hampshire. Yeah, Loudon.
Yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Well, have a good night, and congratulations on that first place.
Yep, thank you guys.
And that was Scott Fritz, your first place winner. Go ahead and have a word with that second place position of Brandon Holder. If I can get my Discord loaded. Brandon Holder, this is Chris and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, fellas. What's going on?
Hey, man, you were one of those drivers that me and Josh were talking about. You were going to be the driver to beat. You definitely were showing that you had the speed, you had the pace. Walk us through those last couple of laps, man. Going into that, holding on to that second position. We saw you get up there in the lead, but those last couple of laps, we were expecting a little bit of a run, but we didn't. We saw you jump out there at the very last second, but just a little too late for the push. But hey, man, still a good job on that second position. Like I said, just walk us through those last couple of laps. What was going through your head as you were trying to get that first place position?
Well, considering where I started, I qualified, didn't know that I had a fifth gear. So, so from starting there, that it went pretty well. I thought, winners gave me a couple great pushes throughout the race, and if I should have backed up to them, and then I probably could have got a run on Scott, but I'll take second, no doubt. It was a fun race and an awesome deal that they're doing for the Alford family.
Yeah, it was one of the things that we were talking about. You guys, you Bluegrass boys, especially you, Brandon. Every week that we watch you, you're one of those drivers that we're always talking about. We're always saying, man, he's going to be that driver that gets up here and just ruins everybody's day. And you were up here trying to prove to everybody that you were that guy that, you were that place ruiner. And you got up here and you were messing. I know Scott Fritz was probably looking in that rear view waiting those last couple of laps. I know he was probably sweating bullets, but hey, man, good drive. Good drive out there on the track. Good job picking up second place. Like you said, we're doing this for a good cause, so it's always good to have everybody out here, doing these races and stuff. But Brandon, we're gonna go ahead and cut it short, man, because this has been a long race. But if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, or anything you want to throw out there before we let you go, man, you can go ahead and do it now.
All right, man. Like I said before, the deal that the league put together for the Alford family, it's a great deal. I want to thank LNS Customs, Kinder Performance Group, Buttkicker Rims 1, Jason for putting it on, BK Paints for painting all our trucks and cars. I feel like I had the best looking car on the track tonight, like I usually do. So thank you all for broadcasting, and hope that this helps the family, and just, thanking and praying for all the people that went through the tornadoes. They were very tragic.
Yes, sir. That's something that we always touch on. Anytime some kind of devastation like this happens, it's always good to give back to somebody that wasn't really expecting it. So it's one of those things, like you said, man. Just it's great that Bluegrass did this, and we had an opportunity on this Wednesday night to just kind of sit here and chill and have fun at Talladega. So. Brandon, good to have you up here in the booth, man. Congratulations on that second place finish, and hopefully going into New Hampshire, we'll be talking to you again, man.
I hope so. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys in New Hampshire.
You too, buddy. And that was your second place finisher of Brandon Holder. We're going to go ahead and get that third place position of Justin Winters up here into the booth. Justin Winters, Chris and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Justin. Man, we have got to talk for a couple of seconds. Number one,
Yes, sir.
I think me and your mom had about 3 or 4 heart attacks through that last couple of laps because she was screaming in chat, I was screaming in the race. Man, let's talk about what just happened there lap before last, or caution before last. you're sitting there, you know, you're falling back through the pack. You know, you started up in that second place position. Everything kind of looked like that outside lane just fell apart. You fell back all the way till about 12th, 13th place, and then all of a sudden, hell broke loose. And then all of a sudden, you're stuck in the middle of it, and then you didn't even really do anything. You never panicked. You just kind of coasted down to the bottom of the track. Everybody went up around you, and you just kept going. Man, walk us through those last couple of laps. That especially that point right there.
Yeah, we were starting on the front row. I tried to time Scott's jump. I timed it way off, and basically got freight trained by a couple teammates behind me, falling back, and I'm like, man, what did I do so wrong? Well, and then we're going into turn one, and we're coming out of turn two, and there just goes everybody in front of me. It looks like they're going to the wall. So I just kind of go on the bottom, mind my own business, and somehow we got through that mess unscathed.
Yeah, you know, that was the thing that we were talking about. You walked away with zero contact. You were in the middle of everything, you know, and earlier on in the race, you know, right before we were getting ready to go to those green white checkers, I kept telling everybody, just watch that middle of the pack. That middle of the pack, that whenever we have the big one, somebody in that middle of the pack is going to get through. And you just happen to be that one guy that got through all of that. So Justin, man, that was crazy. But those last couple of laps, you think you had a run up there to the finish?
Well, on that restart, I think Noggle got into Sheets a little bit, and then Sheets got into me, or maybe Sheets got a little bit loose, but somebody got into me, and I think it damaged my car just enough that I couldn't suck up to the front two. So I think if Holder would have backed up to me, maybe, but I couldn't get a run on either one of them. I was hoping they got side by side and kind of beat and bang a little bit, but all in all, that it was a great race. I missed a bunch of wrecks, and my teammates helped a lot. Matt Grenier and David Sheets and Lancaster and Huffy. So I mean, it was a pretty good night. It's good to race up front for a little while.
Heck yeah, man. You know, we always say you're one of those drivers that just gets caught up in the mess all the time. You always get the unlucky bug biting you. But hey, man, you know, we're gonna go ahead and cut it short, not keep these things too long because we have had a long race. I know you're probably ready to go lay down. I know my brother is, but we have definitely enjoyed what we saw from you, Justin. Hopefully, going into next week, the next race at New Hampshire, you'll have some better luck and we'll be able to see you up here in the booth. We'll be able to talk to you. But if you got any final words, thoughts, or shout outs, anything you want to throw out there, man, you're more than welcome to throw them out there now.
Yeah, I want to thank Jason and Alex Healy for putting this on for the family. Them tornadoes were close to home, so I kind of not too far from here saw a bunch of the devastation, and it is tragic. So God bless all them people that had to go through that on, especially in the holidays. I got to thank KPG, Kinder Performance Group. I got to thank the Invested brand. These guys at the Invested brand help kids do toys for tots. They do all kinds of stuff in Florida and South Carolina. So if you get time, look them up. Huffman Designs for painting my car. It's always sharp. Old school diecast. Get a hold of Deb. Any diecast you need. I got to thank Jason. Like I said, Jason and Healy for putting this on. I'm appreciative to be able to race in some of these races, and especially a charity race to help a good cause. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. You too. You guys up there in the booth too.
Whoops, I was muted. Yeah, man. Hopefully we can talk to you going into this into the next races, going into Loudon and all that. Hopefully we'll have you up here in the booth, man. But like you said, Merry Christmas, man. Happy holidays. Hopefully you have a good holiday, man. We'll talk to you next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for everything y'all do for the league, and thank Jason as well.
Thank you, man. We really appreciate it. All right, and that was your third place winner of Justin Winters. So right now, I want to go ahead and see if I can get this pulled up real quick before we get out of here. Gonna see if I can get an image up on the screen, if it'll let me do it. All right. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. This is what we made here tonight. So this is what we are donating to the Alford family. $1,100.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me real?
Yes, sir. Jason, you are in the booth.
I was just going to say, I want to tell everybody thanks again for donating to the Alfords and for helping out with this cause tonight. It's absolutely huge for everyone to come out. We were able to send them $1,100, and hopefully that's going to make their Christmas a little bit better. I know it doesn't begin to replace what they lost or anything like that in the storm.
Yes, sir.
The devastation, if the picture was any indication, pretty bad. I just want to tell everybody again, thanks for coming out and supporting us. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast. That's all I was going to say.
Yes, sir. We appreciate that, Jason. And like I said, the picture up on the screen right now shows where Jason did send that money to them. So $1,100, as you heard him say. So this has been a really good night here going into the Christmas holidays. A really big shout out to the Bluegrass boys, the Bluegrass family, everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We really appreciate anybody and everybody that has donated towards the cause. So really big shout out to the Alford family. There you go, guys. Just letting y'all know we have sent it to you, so we are paying it forward. Really do appreciate that. But like I said, Josh, he is probably already gone to bed. He has to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna say for him, big shout out to LNS Customs. Big shout out to Buttkicker for donating that Buttkicker Gamer2 that Scott Fritz was able to walk away with. Big shout out to Kinder Performance Group. And then also a big shout out to, I forgot the name. I'm going to pull it up here real quick. Excuse me, sorry, Barber Ford Racing, excuse me. They are a new sponsor, so didn't have that pulled up in front of me, so they are a new sponsor, but a big shout out to them. And also, just a big shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We really appreciate everybody that comes out here and sits with us all night and just basically listens to us talk and jibber jabber and have fun. So like I said, we could not do it without you guys. We really appreciate it. Everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page, have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Holidays. We hope everybody has a blessed Christmas and a blessed New Year. And we will be seeing y'all at Loudon